To bring us all up to speed for a little bit of inspiration before we begin.
How am I on inspiration? Not that I can really answer, so.
I can ad lib. I can't ever do a recap.
We started within the slug, and we had just kind of come out of the room. We started in the room where Firm had run into some jelly, and Ragnarok had pulled him out of it. Shortly after, Cal had become paralyzed, trying to affect one of the sensory orbs of the slug, and Ragnarok had been frozen by goo. We were effectively trying to track down one of the bugbears that had run away from us, very likely to signal to others that there were intruders within. Sorry. As we were wandering around trying to find him, we passed a room that was full of weird, like, tubes, cords, wires, organs, something. In a big old clustery mass of some kind, in a big fuck chamber, uh, and decided to just start kind of knocking through rooms one by one. We bumped into, in one room, a planning chamber or a private chamber, with Bondra the Ireness from Malbog, um, servant of the daughter of Asmodeus, who offered us a deal for information regarding what remained within the slug, and if we just signed this contract, we would be granted information. We decided not to do that, and decided stumbling along blindly was probably better than making another deal with the devil. And heading into the next room, blind as we were, we did actually face Aldrazar, the king of the deep realms, who was preparing to execute Cobb and one of the other. I think it was Lugdush at that, who had maybe. Yeah. Who had made it in that far as well. And he said, "You can either surrender or I'll kill your friends." And we did not let either of those things happen. We had some fairly significant close calls, I think. Zal turned most of the bugbears against Aldrazar, pointing out that he clearly did not care about their lives. We discovered Aldrazar had the spirit of his brother helping him out, but we dispelled his spirit and killed Aldrazar. I think we're just kind of in the smoldering remains of that combat at the moment.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Please go ahead and take some inspiration. Having freshly defeated Aldrazar, a reunion between Cobb Fireforge and Ember, as short-lived as it is, as he and Lugdush and the other Praetors move to go gather the rest of their injured, find the rest of their number. They also intend to whoever's still straggling around inside this place, they're gonna take care of that. And they have tasked you all with finding out how to stop this slug. And that is where we are currently. I'll bring us over to the war slug. We are here. And you all did receive some interesting items off of Aldrazar as well. A particularly unique liquid sword, a healing cipher, as well as the first iron flesh item, which both require surgery and attunement to make use of. The Praetors are beginning to gather themselves. They are preparing to first head into this tube here to the north, where your father had mentioned there are these weird flappy flesh ribbons that are in this room that he had been hiding in this chamber here when he was found. So they are gathering the Praetors to go in there, take care of these creatures, as well as gather up all their wounded and dead.
Well, gotta, you know. Firm is going to take his fork dagger out, prick himself, and then fill up his black vial.
Okay.
And then I would like to use it.
Or,
Yes.
Okay, sorry, just looking over the item again. Just because I hate that you fill it up when it specifically says, um,
You can fill the file with blood taken from a living or recently deceased humanoid.
living or recently deceased humanoid.
There's at least one dead bugbear in here.
Yeah, there's at least one dead bugbear. Now, I will tell you this: this
Technically,
is
that's
the
a
last session
goblinoid.
I will allow you to fill it up yourselves without severe consequence.
I'm just gonna go around pricking Ragnarok every time.
Yeah, like I'm fine with the item being a very powerful renewable healing potion, but the idea of like, oh, I'll put a drop of blood in here and everything's fine, that alone is not gonna cut it anymore.
That's fine. I can't even complain about it.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
fine.
because essentially all it'll be is like you just gotta get the blood of something that you fought recently, you know.
Yes.
That
All
was
right, and then
certainly
that's
some dice rolled.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and don't forget
Then,
you do have to make
save
your
throw.
con save. Yeah.
Probably gonna fail that one. Look at that. Well, what is the poison effect? What is that?
Disadvantage on everything.
On ability checks,
on just checks, I think. Right?
I think
Poison
it's
creature
checks
at disadvantage on attack rolls and
Yeah.
ability checks.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But not
Oh,
saving throws.
not
which is-
saves.
Not saves.
Weird Venn diagram.
the 2/3 of the game.
Yeah, 2/3 of the game. You're a little rough at. Lasts an hour.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think the idea is that a lot of things give you a chance to save, and if poison gave you
Yeah.
disadvantage on saving throws, you would have disadvantage to get rid of the poison. Which, I mean, there are things that do that, but
Yeah.
That's just how being poisoned literally works.
Poison. Let me just gather the boys. These things are certainly dead.
Firm, have you given me the black sword yet?
He has not. He's still clutching it.
Okay. He's following you around.
And right now, because like it's not in use, it is just the device itself. It doesn't maintain itself as a sword when not active. So you would have to put it on and then activate it.
Every like 15 seconds or so, he looks over his shoulder. He's like, "Why do you keep following me?
I want that sword.
You don't even need it." He just keeps.
You don't need it. You don't even know how to use it.
He pulls out his dagger fork. And he's like, "I know how to use this."
He'll pull out his claws. I assure you, you won't win this.
I wasn't threatening. I was saying I do know how to use something.
That is a utensil. You understand that, right?
Firm takes it and he throws the dagger fork at the wall. And he's like, "It's also menacing," and walks over and grabs it.
I mean, one good reason you need the sword. Still,
What if I get jumped and you're not near me?
you have a dagger folk.
You just demonstrated the effectiveness of the dagger fork. Sort of hosted on your own petard.
As long as we're discussing it, I think I need the sword.
Do you even know how to use a sword?
Present your case.
I love this.
Please show me all the jewelry you have on your fingers. And Cal holds up his hands and wiggles his fingers. I mean, what's a more fantastic piece of jewelry than that?
While they're talking, Firm is just going to like start stepping around and going near.
I assure you, you cannot get away from me.
Maybe we worry about that later.
Or he just gives me the sword now. He's not going to use it.
Also, quick show of hands. How many people have healing potions left? Just want to take a quick survey.
He's all raised in a hand.
I do not. Firm like lowers his. Well, he's like, "I have half one if you count
I
the
got
one. I'm
one.
He holds up the black vial. He's
Okay,
like, I got
Ember.
this.
Ember, Ragnarok. Sorry, Ember Prime, Ragnarok, and I'm sorry, Zal. Did you say you still have one?
Indeed.
I'm missing one though. If anyone has one to spare.
I was gonna
Barnaby,
ask
I'm
about Barnaby here, but I think I'll wait until we stop the slug. Maybe.
Yeah, can we please go? My dad is looking daggers because
Firm, give the
Barnaby's here.
sword
Can
to
we?
Ragnarok so he can use it, and we can get the fuck out of here. Then you can
Mhm.
talk about it later.
Starts pouting and he just shoves it at Ragnarok. He just walks away.
Thank you.
Very good.
He's like, I hope you can't even wear the rest of your items.
Yeah, don't you already have a lot going on anyway?
Talk about me.
Yeah.
Relics don't count.
I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the other tools in his kit.
He does have a hover belt, and yeah,
I will
like
happily
sword
give
thing.
up the hover belt
I'm
or
not.
any of my
It's not the
items.
hover belt. It's all the weapons and the
The
things
claws,
you typically
the
use.
tail.
Claws, the
Yeah,
tails,
yeah.
I only have one more use of those claws / tail. That's why I need the sword.
Maybe.
You have a
Look,
hover belt?
Did you want the hover belt?
Maybe.
He'll take the hover belt off and hand it to Fern. Good trade.
Seriously, guys, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be grounded
Can we
for
please
the
go?
next
Yeah,
3
I'm like-
decades.
I'm at
Okay,
whatever this entrance
Ragnarok.
is.
Mhm.
Get on getting on.
Cool. Stepping up, it opens before you.
What?
Whoa!
Okay, that's not good.
Wait,
That's
wait
so
for me.
cool.
Hey, Barnaby.
Hey, how you doing there, little girl?
Ooh, that
Yeah, I
feels
don't-
bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
fucking know it.
Barnaby, a word, please.
What?
Look, I realize that you haven't been in the modern world quite as much, and that's my fault. I haven't been calling you out as frequently as perhaps would be necessary to understand, but you need to be a little more careful about the way you address individuals. That sort of thing just won't fly anymore. Everyone's treated equally and with respect, and I think if you start doing that, maybe, just maybe, Barnaby, might get yourself an extra soul or two.
Hmm. Okay. Turns to you, Ember, and says, "Excuse me, little woman."
Maybe leave out
That's-
the lip.
That's
Okay.
marginally better.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
work
it-
on
it-
that some
right,
more.
Maybe
work in progress,
don't-
Barnaby. Work in progress.
How about we just don't add any adjectives when we're addressing anyone? Just play it safe, no adjectives.
All right, suit yourselves.
You may try using names because I think if you just go around calling people woman or man, it's a work in progress. We'll worry about it. Don't worry about
Now,
it. Don't
what
worry
in the
about it.
fuck is
We'll
this?
workshop it.
I can't see. I can't see. Move.
Rainier, you open the door, revealing as red light kind of bleeds in through the tunnel. This chamber is filled with vertical beams of red light, each no wider than a finger, forming a subtly shifting maze of patterns on the floor and the ceiling and in the air here. Aside from the constant heartbeat sound, in this specific chamber is the first time you notice that the constant heartbeat sound of the slug is not present, making the chamber here completely silent except for just these shifting beams moving around.
Oh my god. They're moving to make a pattern on the ground, you said?
Yeah, they're moving in a way that like it's a pattern. It is complex and semi-random, but there is like as you're looking at it, you're thinking to yourself a few things. One, okay, there is a way through here if I could find the timing. And the other is that there definitely is an exit point towards the southern section.
Ooh.
And the spacing between the beams, like the beams themselves are only about a finger, but there is space that, should you time it right, you can move between them.
I could take two of us who want to be safe.
I'm inclined to be safe, but perhaps some of us are better equipped moving through this than others. We should get you taking those who might be a little uncomfortable.
There's no chance we can get around, is there?
Don't look like it.
I guess we haven't seen any other side passages we haven't gone.
Where is the exit out?
It's here,
The
right?
south end. Yeah.
Yeah, towards the south. You can see it kind of funnels its way similar to every other tunnel that you've seen.
Okay. Well, if you want me to guarantee the safety of two of us, I can do that right now. It will be the last of my big spells for the day.
What?
Seems worth it.
I hold out a hand to Ember.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, as soon as you take the hand, I will cast Dimension Door, trying to put... if the hallways are like they have, trying to be where I think will be right before where the door will trigger. Like the bio doors open up.
Yeah. Placing yourself where you visualize it in your mind. You and Zol and Ember.
Me.
Okay.
I just closed the door.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna grab your token and
Okay.
move you.
Nice.
Okay. You appear right before the door as it opens. I'm just gonna move you down so you're just kind of out of it a little bit. And then, so you're not. I'm doing the same thing to closing the door, opening, closing the door.
All right. Now
okay.
that we're here, Ember, because the two of us are the only ones with healing magic, we need to be turned around waiting for this to turn into a disaster.
Yeah, in retrospect, this might have not been the smartest move.
Mhm.
I'll go next. How do I navigate my way around this thing?
Cool. To navigate your way through here, it takes either an acrobatics check, as far as checks specifically go, or a dexterity saving throw.
Do I get advantage with danger sense?
Your danger sense as a unique feature that you can see this danger, so yes, you would. The DC for both of these is just 14.
Right. Nope.
Nice.
Okay. you make it through, but you are some of the lasers, the beams of energy stinge and slice and burn you on the way. It's not a smooth process for you, so you're just going to take a bit of damage from it.
Holy shit.
It's 14 fire damage.
Just a bit.
Seeing Ragnarok fumble through, I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Rainier, going, okay, now steady as it goes. Whatever he did, do the opposite. You dip when you should have ducked.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Theoretically, I'm good at this. I'll step up next.
Okay.
I'm scared that if I choose either Dex save or acrobatics, I'm jinxing myself, despite the fact that it's the same. Like, I'm proficient in both of them, so it'd be the same roll. I'm just
Mhm.
scared.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, I'm a fucking ballerina.
Yeah, deftly maneuvering their way through.
Cal, after you.
Okay, Cal, you next. Bardic inspiration.
Very well.
I didn't use like any in that fight.
What was it they taught me in that pole dancing class?
Oh.
Mm.
All right,
Well,
snaking your way through, not
if you ever need
hitting. Yeah, you needed music is what went wrong here. So it's gonna be 15 fire damage.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh,
Double check my rings.
Okay, my help isn't
No,
working.
no, Cal, you're not dancing. You don't want to get hit by the light.
Oh, but the so pretty. Ow! So pretty. Ow! So pretty.
The shimmy halfway through was a bold move.
You see, after Cal is like going through, having been patting himself off some of his scales, a little clothing, a little singe. You see, Barnaby is just walking through, the lasers cutting right against him, and he's like, "I don't know what the big deal is. You all like scared of this thing."
I do like that one of the people with fire resistance just got teleported past it all.
Yeah, I also have
To be fair,
resistance
these
to fire.
lasers could have been way scarier, and that's what I was banking on.
Firm is gonna take an an old let's take an old tinder box, and he's gonna throw it at the lasers and see how how much it'll disintegrate it real quick.
Oh, it fully like a tinderbox? Yeah, I mean it slices it in two, it catches fire because it's ignitable.
Does it go to the ceiling? Like, is there any gap at the top of the ceiling he can notice?
No, this is like you ever see
360
Resident
degrees?
Evil? Like the first Resident Evil, where the laser grid crisscrosses everything. It's yeah. I mean, the only way to bypass this is with magic, right? Or unless you can think of some other crazy way. But like, you could do the check on the ceiling, but like the grid is it's filling the room, right?
I'd like to stick the edge of the shield in front of one of the beams and see if it blocks it.
You will have to make a check doing
Damn.
this, right? You're still interacting with the with the environment, right? So if you wish to do that, you can, but you'll be making 2 checks instead of 1.
I will take the deck saving throw for 300.
Okay.
It's not a disadvantage,
But
I'm still trash.
All right. Now, Firm, you begin to step your way forward in here. You dodge the first beam. The second beam starts coming towards you. You make a quick step to the right to get out of the way, and you bump against the side of the wall here. And here's the thing: you are not burnt by these lasers because several sets of arms reach out of the walling and begin wrapping around you. You recognize you recognize that there are several like humanoid kind of hands and then several robotic kind of hands grab hold of you and are pulling you into the wall as those little rat men that you booted, several of them grab hold of you and are pulling you into the interior like venting system they travel through. And Firm never makes it to the other side as he is pulled into the interior of this creature.
Nice. Firm's just like, God damn it.
What did we see?
Dawson, there are faster ways to try different characters.
I didn't even intentionally try this one. I just tried to make it normally.
So where's Firm?
Firm, come on, buddy.
Barnaby, would you mind
Excuse
going
me,
and
Barnaby?
checking that out?
Barnaby, can you go see where Firm went?
Firm?
Oh yeah, sure thing. He walks through, the beam just cutting across him. He bears no mind to it all. Firm.
Can I ask Tink to throw an arm out? Attempt to throw an arm out?
Yeah, like your arm is just sinking in. The last your fingertips slowly sinking into the wall here.
Mhm.
I'll say that you see Barnaby as like the last thing before you're enveloped. Barnaby walks back over and says, some weird like rat things pulled him into the wall.
Which wall?
What?
This one
Can
over
you
here.
pull him out?
Oh, yeah, let me see. You hear like a squishing sound. He comes back. Nah, he's like way gone.
Yeah. On the road, the new characters 101. I should make a book. Can I attempt? I don't know how to do this. Attempt to break my way free of the rat hole.
You can make your attempts. They're with disadvantage. They have a very sturdy. Oops, sorry. They have a very sturdy grip on you. As like you are also like being pulled through again. It's like through the inner service tunnels of this creature. So you're seeing like a very different side of everything right now. But yeah, go ahead and make a athletics or acrobatics check at disadvantage.
Ooh. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, no, they
Top
have
tier.
you.
Damn.
Yeah, they have you. Cool. We'll come back to what's happening with Firm later.
We'll be back to the show. Later, you guys.
We'll be back to the show
my God.
a little later.
Dawson.
Now, who I know Zal and Ember, you teleported into the like in between of the two rooms, right? But for I don't know if that is the answer to the question of who among you is the first to actually enter the chamber that you're all in right now.
I was.
Okay, so you would be the first to actually like walk in and cross the
Yeah.
barrier and go into it. Okay, cool.
I walked in and I turned around immediately, but I would have been the first one in to start with.
Okay, cool. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Mm-hmm.
Coming right at me.
Oh, nice.
Okay, very good.
I
As
don't
you
even
were
know where I am anymore because I went to wherever Firm.
Yeah. Just zoom all the way out.
Oh, can you guys see? Can you see where Firm is right now?
Well, when he talked, it pulled us down to.
Oh, pulled you down to okay. That's
Yeah.
it. Look, it's fine. It's
And we saw like a pop-up speech bubble, but that was it.
Was it? Did you
Out of the
see?
blackness.
Is it just out of the darkness?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a chat
That's-
bubble in the dark.
That's even funnier. Okay. Okay, incredible. Okay, we are all of us are here. Cool. Zal, as you teleport Ember and you in, and as the rest are beginning to make their way, like just kind of checking the room for immediate danger, you almost blunder into these very fine thread filaments that are kind of crisscrossing the edge of the tunnel leading from one chamber to the next. You see like the reflection of red, a glint in the eye, and you stop short and you notice like it's just like inches in front of you, and you're looking at it. These are like the strands of a spider's web, and you are like kind of looking your eyes around. You can see on one wall there is about the size of a fist, this mechanical spider that is just sitting there on the thread itself. But you have dodged the razor wire that is its web.
Yeah. I will like put my arms to their full length out wide so that nobody can like walk past the line where I'm at.
Very good. You notice though the webbing itself is like it is a physical obstacle that
Yeah.
needs to be taken care of before anybody can move past. The spider begins to like move towards you until it notices that there's like more of you, and you see it begin to just scuttle up and around the like ceiling and just goes deeper into the chamber.
We have a new friend here. And a lot of little wires.
Having been pointed out, the rest of you can see that there is a. You would not have noticed it had Zal not pointed it out to you. You can see just this fine crisscross webbing of a very, very thin filament. This is not traversable. This must be like destroyed.
I will take out my new handy dandy sword.
Cut it.
Steps back,
Activate
please.
it with the bonus action.
Okay, roll a d20. It's a relic with a depletion, so it has a 5% failure chance.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, the very
where was
opposite.
that for my deck save?
Cool. Blade comes out. What form do you choose?
Longsword.
Long sword. Okay. Go ahead and make some slashes for me.
Do you want me to roll an attack?
Yeah, you can just roll an attack because it has no bonuses, so it's whatever your normal attacks are, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
going to take a real quick second to harness divine power and restore a second little spell slot. That is my last one of those.
23.
Hell yeah, roll some damage.
Let's see. It does the max damage, right?
The sword does max damage. So a long sword, that's basically
Using-
whether or not you're using it one-handed or two-handed, right?
I'm using it one-handed because I have a shield.
Gotcha. Right. So that's
Oh.
What is it? D8. So 8 plus your strength mod, right?
Yep.
What is your strength mod?
5.
5. Oh, okay. So it's 13.
Yep.
Cool.
Just like the monster.
Just like the monster. Excellent. Cool. To save us a little bit of time, it takes a few slices for each one of these strands. Takes you guys about 5 full minutes of Ragnarok just slamming, slicing. There's a lot of strands, and you think that if you were using a normal blade, that the strands themselves at some point would have cut through the blade itself, and you would have had to pull out another one. These are very, very strong steel webbing. But you cut through, and you're able to traverse deeper into the chamber. Inside here, the walls of this room have at least a dozen shelf-like protrusions at various heights, each large enough to hold like a sleeping person, someone that was laying down. Near each of them are 2 or 3 apertures of various sizes, some barely large enough to fit a fist, some big enough for you to stick a head inside.
The last one sounds trustworthy.
I just want to
Yeah.
say, see, and this is why I have the sword. That's it.
In spirit, you just hear, I still could have used it.
I was going to say you're swinging at webs. I'm not sure what that has. Anyway,
Yeah, pretty sure most of us could have
Also,
managed.
let's be on the lookout for other spiders. Seeing as how we're
Also firm.
I mean,
Probably mostly firm.
It's debatable.
it's not the first time today he's been stuck inside of something. So
I went for him
Resurrection.
last time, so not it.
if I knew where he was, I'd go for him. But
So we're leaving.
I mean,
do
if
you
Barnabas,
have a-
if Barnaby couldn't dig him out, I don't
Alright,
know.
I mean, it feels a little bit targeted. He did punt one of the rats.
So you're saying he deserved it?
No, I mean, it implies a
The
level of
exact word was
intelligence.
targeted.
Well, it means that the rats are mildly intelligent, at least, to have a vendetta.
Yeah.
Rainier,
Which
can you
is
make a
troubling.
wisdom saving throw with advantage, please?
Let's see.
Right up.
You know what? I'll add
I
my
got the
bardic
bardic
inspiration to
spell.
that since I don't think I've got a whole lot more time for that. D8, right?
Yep. Reroll ones and twos.
Woohoo!
Okay, hell yeah.
Also 19.
On the lookout, specifically for spiders and these kind of traps, you see going into this tunnel, a similar barrier had been set up as well. Taking time between whoever would like to attack the wiring, you are all able to slice your way through and remove the danger.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, hi.
You step up, opening the aperture to the room beyond. In here, here at the center of this room, you see a circular portal. Now here it looks like it's flat on the ground, but this is vertical, not horizontal. It is upright. A circular portal to an area filled with very strong red light. The edge of the portal is a ring of what looks like threaded clusters of nerves and blood vessels, which connect to the floor, walls, and ceiling in various places. Like an invisible tide, there's a sensation of alternatively being pulled towards this portal and pushed away from it, coinciding with the pulsing of that heartbeat. The lights in this room, which are dim, also pulsate in rhythm, like echoes of the sensation. What lies on the other side of the other side of this portal is a bit unclear, but you do see standing in what appears to be the entryway, a blurry, four-armed looking creature that obstructs the view further beyond. You do see in this section here another membrane, that similar kind of wet-looking portion that leads further upwards, yet where you guys have yet to explore to see where those things actually end up going. Of note, the four-armed creature, their back is towards you. So they do not seem to notice your arrival. However, you do see the body of one praetor. They are lying on the ground. There is a red hot crater in their chest that is still like steaming, like it had been recently applied to them. There's a big hole in their chest. They are very, very dead.
And what is the four-armed creature doing?
You observing them for a moment, and again, their back is towards you. They seem to take no notice of you. They're standing in this roughly 10-foot in diameter aperture, and their many arms seem to be they seem to be like touching portions of this like biomechanical suit that they're wearing. Um, they are every now and then reaching down and touching portions of these nerve centers and blood vessels, all the connections on the portal. They seem to be both on, like, stepping through to the other side of the portal and then taking a step on into this side of the portal. They appear, as your best guess, to be like taking measurements of something. They are studying this thing, but they make no note of your arrival.
I'm gonna like elbow Rainier and mouth like negotiation.
Just a little nod, like probably the best place to start.
Hello there.
They make no response. You're not sure if they're ignoring you or if they don't hear you.
Hello. Everybody come on in. Spread out. Hello.
It continues to go about messing with the portal device itself. Again, doesn't pay attention to your arrival in any way.
Looking over this Praetor, is there anything on them that might identify them? Badge, name tag.
You're they do there are markings on the armor that would essentially signify like the number of who they are, like their identifier number. But you don't know what that translates into, right? As you step forward and get
Is it something I can remove? Is what I'm looking for. Essentially, whatever the Praetors might use as like a dog tag, if such a thing even exists.
yeah, I don't think that exists for them.
Okay.
My thought is that this is like etched into the armoring itself.
Got it.
But their helmets are removable.
Yeah, I'll grab that then.
Okay. Removing the helmet. I don't believe I've mentioned that they've been here previous to now. This would be Ballo the Bad Chef.
I'm assuming they have been dead for more than a minute, so I'm not going to try.
Yeah, definitely dead more than a minute. But like the crater in their chest, like there's still like parts of the armor still like searing hot.
This slug hates chefs.
Is there
It's your
anything-
handiwork.
Barnaby, would you mind getting their attention, please?
Barnaby responds, "Yeah, sure." What were you asking, Rainier?
Is there anything to, when observing the portal, just kind as coming around it a little bit, that perhaps an ancient arcana might reveal other than its portal?
You can go ahead and roll Ancient Arcana, sure. Barnaby just walks up to the person and just reaches their hand into the portal and just taps them on the shoulder. You see the creature turn around. It has two kind of similar to the rat creatures where they have their own physicality, but the suit has these much larger mechanical
Puppy.
arms. One of the large mechanical arms like grabs one of like Barnaby's arm, twists it, and you can hear like it's not breaking Barnaby's arm, but you can hear like the strain and popping of muscles. It's like as strong. Barnaby's like he's a devil, right? He's very strong. This thing is just manhandling him easily, twisting, and you hear Barnaby scream in pain and pleasure? Question
Oh
mark?
God!
As he says, "Hey, let me go. I'm just trying to get your attention, all right, pal?" The creature shoves him backwards and then takes a step forward from the other side of the portal into this this reality. They look like this. Their suit is obviously some kind of Mechanus, but their head is like a roiling. It's like a mixture of roiling fire and wind and water. They are very clearly some kind of elemental, though very different from anything that this world creates. Rainier, your Ancient Arcana roll. In your traversal of this creature so far, it is very obvious that this is a creature of the old world or from some other place, but this is not a normal thing that you are in. And the fact that it has so many this portal itself, looking at the, I mean, it's clearly very important to the structure, right? This is like a nebulous of where all these different like fleshy tendrils and nerves and blood vessels, they're all feeding from the ceiling, walls, floor, going into, like, forming almost the portal itself, but also going into it, into the other side of the portal. Unsure exactly of what this is, but certain that this is likely a power source of some kind. Though its nature you don't know exactly. This creature steps forward. Its attention now on you all. It looks at like the group of you in here and says, "This is the second time today my research has been interrupted. I thought it was very clear in my agreement with Algazar that I would work to ensure the stability of the portal and my research would be left uninterrupted. Now, if you please, I have a lot of work to do. If you could find some other place on this creature to be, I would like that very much."
Oh, terribly sorry. By the way, Kalawunax Cliff Tintilar of the Bashin Cliff Tintilars. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Very
Aldrazar
int-
is dead.
Yes, I was getting to that. Algazar is no more, so unfortunately, whatever agreement you had, died with him. However, if you're looking to make a new agreement, you could make that with us.
I see. If Algazar is dead, what of his crew?
I believe they are currently fleeing.
I see. And Who, may I ask, is piloting the Rouge?
Eh.
Well, no matter then. Look, if you wish to take control of the creature and use it for whatever silly revenge plot you have in mind, go ahead. It makes no difference to me. I had a lot of work to do, so be on your way, please.
Is this your handiwork down here?
You mean the Praetor?
Yeah. I am gesturing to the corpse.
He looks at it and goes, yes.
Uh-huh.
We are here to try to halt the movement of this. You said Rug?
Rouge.
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 Rouge. Did I get it that last time?
Close enough.
Right, does this thing need to be moving in order for you to continue with your research?
Moving, still, makes no matter to me, as long as the portal remains functioning. That one there tried to damage it, shut it down. We had a disagreement.
Does the portal need to be connected to the rest of this thing?
If you wish the creature to remain functional, then yes.
We do not.
If you're here to damage this portal in any way, I'm afraid I won't allow that to happen.
We don't know if we are here to damage the portal, but we do want it to stop feeding energy to the Rouge.
To do so would kill it. There is no way to turn it off. This is its life source, its power supply.
But the power supply would remain, yes?
If you broke it, how could that be? Are you the child of your race?
Just me, I wouldn't take the level of disrespect.
We
That's
are
fighting words.
trying to come to an agreement with you here where we leave this portal as undamaged and undisturbed as possible while still preserving the death of this Rouge.
Well, I'm afraid that's impossible. If you wish to kill the Rouge, you would have to break the portal.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Cal know what's up. He know what's up.
Okay, roll initiative.
Yeah, get that bitch.
If it's still available, I think I'll use that bardic inspiration on my initiative roll.
It is indeed.
Okay, brings you to a 13, I believe. I know we're missing There's Rainier. I was like, I know Dawson's not.
I have
in
a
here.
minor parenting crisis I'm in the middle of, so.
Oh, not a problem at all. Do you need me to
Ah,
run?
shit. You know how to run my character.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We're gonna
Point
see
shoot
Barnaby
2
die.
times.
Do I need to roll Barnaby in, or do you want to roll Barnaby in?
Yeah, we can. I will roll. I'll just roll him in.
Perfect. Vision.
Okay. Cool. Oh, hey.
Well,
Get 'em, girl.
Renier's the first to go. I know all their stuff is still on. They will move to try
Yeah,
to
it's
just
point and
create.
shoot, that's
yeah,
it.
I was like, just get a little space and then just shoot at the boy.
Look at it.
Oh,
Hits.
Also, I know you're rolling for Rainier, but it is showing up like the GM rolled, so we don't get to see none of the numbers.
it's okay.
Yeah,
It's a good hit.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Okay, sorry. This creature has weird things going on it, so
What?
I need to look at I'm like, wait a minute, what happens for stuff? Let me just look at stuff. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Yep, definitely hits. Fire again. Hits. Okay. Incredible. Rainier fires 2 crossbow bolts that land into the creature, their suit being pierced by them. Ember.
Oh boy. I think I will use one of my second level spell slots that I just got back. I guess we're gonna find out if a boy is immune to force damage. Whoop. Not summoning it into the portal, but tossing the hammer into the air, and we will. See what we can get here. Hey,
yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
And immune.
I was gonna say, and we just found out he's immune.
Not immune. Though you do notice Rainier's bolts, some of the magical energy disperses itself across the suit.
Okay. I am going to. We should back away. 5, 10, 15. I don't want to get too far out of line of sight of everybody. Actually, I'm just going to go there. And I guess for my actual action, I will just cantrip him.
Okay.
I will toll the dead.
Wisdom.
Other formula.
They do succeed.
Normal. Never mind. Don't need to roll.
Mhm.
Oh well. That's it for me. That is some movement. Apparently, I was standing on top of Ragnarok at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all right, as one does.
But that's bonus action and action.
Okay, cool. Cool, excellent. Okay, Ragnarok, Cal, Barnaby, and Zal. You each take 6 fire damage and 3 radiant damage as just this bursting energy aura comes out of this creature. Okay. Okay, so I'm just looking at what this thing does. Okay, very cool. Okay. Okay. Max, are you here?
Kinda.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. You know what? I'll avoid that for the meantime because you're in the middle of something.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Cool. It it just points one of its hands, the mechanical hands, towards Rainier, and the hand just folds, twists, turns into a Mega Man kind of looking cannon. and it's pointed towards Rainier, and then just points it at like right on Barnaby's face, and lets loose with it. I'm attacking myself at the moment, which is always fun, always a good time. Okay. Barnaby. Let's see. Yeah, definitely hits Barnaby. Barnaby gets blasted with a mixture of fire and radiant damage. He is immune to the fire damage, though. So let's see. He would have taken 36 damage total, but instead he only takes 21 radiant damage. Cal.
Okay. And what was the radiant damage from the previous thing? Was it
That would
just
have
a
been
three?
three. Yeah, three
Okay.
radiant damage. Yeah, he would have been immune to the
Right.
fire damage. Excellent. You see as actually it just stays there, beginning to charge the other cannon, starting to like aim around the room at different people. Zal, you are up. As it's aiming at different people, it says, "You destroy the portal, then I will be stuck on this plane forever. I do not wish to harm you, but I will if necessary."
I will cast Vicious Mockery, and as I do, I will yell out, "Then why will you not just leave through the portal? Also, your head looks like latrine water."
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind. Cool. Excellent.
So yeah, with the normal shit for that, but then I'm going to Bardic Inspiration. Got two left. Bardic Inspiration, Ragnarok. Actually, that is the last one. Okay.
Okay. Excellent. Any movement or anything from you?
Yeah, I'm moving.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, Cal, you are up.
Yeah, Cal will. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as an answer to your questions, all you hear it shout as Barnaby and it begin. Barnaby's trying to wrestle the blaster out of its face. It shouts out, "I can't just leave. I'm bound to this portal. If it's destroyed, I don't know what's going to happen to me.
So how do we unbind you then?
I'm trying to find out."
Okay. In what could definitely be a fatal mistake, Cal is actually going to step forward and put a hand out in front of Barnaby. Be like, look, perhaps we got off to a bad start, but it sounds like we want the same thing. You want to be unbound from this portal so you can go back through and go home. We want you home as well. And then we can destroy this thing. Why don't we all work together? Stop this nonsense that I started, but really you were being quite dickish. What do you say? And that'll be Cal's turn.
Okay. It responds to you and says, "If you allow my research to continue unimpeded and do not damage the portal in any way, then maybe we can come to an agreement. But if you intend on harming the portal, then I'm afraid I must stop you." That'll be Ragnarok.
I'm gonna hold off on attacking for now. Just kind of see what this plays out. But definitely getting out of that range of that damaging attack that happened earlier. So, I guess I'll dodge as my action, and
Okay.
then hold out.
Okay. Cal, I mean, you know, Barnaby, he wants to kill this thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he wants to listen to me more than he wants to kill this thing.
Well, I mean, he listens to you,
Mhm.
but you haven't given him any instruction.
Well, I've put my hand across his chest to hold him back.
Okay, that's your instruction then.
Yeah.
Are you
yeah.
are you telling him don't attack or anything?
Well, I mean, that was the intention, but I did not verbalize anything. No.
Okay. And then Barnaby will look at you then and say, "Come on, man, let me just rip this guy's throat out." Okay,
Give it-
what's
give-
another throat?
Yeah, give it a minute. Give it a minute.
Oh, he doesn't even have a throat. Look at it. Okay. Rainier, are you there?
Yeah. If I'm catching what's going on, he's trying to de-escalate, right?
Well, we are. Cal is.
Okay. Then I'm holding attack action.
Okay. Holding attack. Amber.
Well, I guess I will let my spiritual weapon just sort of flutter. I will. Where do we go to control this thing, and how do we do that? It's heading for my city. And I will take the dodge action.
Okay.
Also, this place ain't our friend.
Okay. um uh he responds to you, just still one blaster in front of Barnaby's face, the others just slowly kind of moving between the rest of you, and he says, "I don't know about your friend, and there's all sorts of places to control this creature. You just find one of the goo holes and shove your hand or head in it or something. I don't know. I don't drive it. All I'm here to do is try to figure out a way to get unstuck from this portal." At the start of its turn, its radiation ore is uncontrollable. Barnaby will take damage as well as Cal. It's 4 fire damage and 4 radiant damage. And he looks at the two of you and says, "I suggest you step back a little bit." He makes no move to shoot anybody. Zal?
What can we children do to help you finish this research faster?
I doubt there is anything that you can do to help me. Do you fully understand the mechanism of what this creature is, how it functions, the divide between realms?
What is binding you here? How did it happen?
Cal, do you and Barnaby step backwards?
I mean, we will when it's our turn.
I'm asking you if you will step backwards.
Yes, we will step backwards.
Cool. You step backwards. Combat comes to an end, as no further aggression is made by anyone. Go ahead and move your tokens back.
Yeah.
You get the sensation of like the short time here, like it just this creature emanates this dangerous energy. It doesn't have the ability to control it in any way. It just always is emanating some kind of radioactive, fiery.
Dude's got a
problem.
funk.
Yeah, he's got a funk to him. As things kind of cool down, you see the hands turn back from like weapons back into arms again, and he says, I'm not exactly sure how it happened. I'm a traveler of sorts, a scientist. I move between realms, realities, and when I walked into this one, became anchored to this portal. There's a demiplane on the other side of here. I didn't realize that's where I was going to end up. And this demiplane connects to this creature. It feeds it. It's a living realm into itself. I've only had a short amount of time to study it before Aldrazar began making his way through the creature, waking it improperly, I might add. He caused a lot of damage to this mechanicus, this structure, this creature. I was only so lucky to keep the portal stable as it is.
And what control do you currently have over it?
Control is a generous term. Currently, I'm keeping the portal from having a runaway effect of killing the creature itself. I'm able to keep it stable, which allows me to do my research, but it is very difficult. It is very temperamental. This thing is ancient, incredibly old. I'm not sure it was even meant to be working at this moment.
And we can't just dispel the magic that's holding you to that's tying you to this whole thing. Again, we gotta stop this thing from moving.
Well, then I suggest you find a way to steer it. Aldrazar only took 3 elves before they were able to figure it out. I'm sure you'll get it on the first try.
I don't think steering it is going to be what we choose to do here. I think in our best interest is also your best interest, which is to resolve your problem and be done with this thing. Your only connection to it is that you are trapped to it, yes?
Succinctly, yes.
Thing's old as shit. Probably needs power like powers it in order to get it strong enough to do what you want it to do. And I'm just gonna kind of confidently walk like away, like around and away.
Yeah. It says, I'm not sure that we could find anything close to what powers this. I mean, whoever made this, and he gestures towards the portal, it's an incredible design. Eternal energy for what should have been an eternal creature. Who knows how long it'd been hibernating before Aldrazar awoke in it. As to the nature of your question, how to resolve it, there isn't an easy answer to that. I don't know the answer. And so far, my interactions with beings on this realm is I doubt anyone else could.
Well,
I
we've handled things like this in the past, but like you said, it's not going to be the means of preventing the creature from moving any farther if we just fuck around with that immediately. So we're gonna go look for somewhere to steer.
He nods to you and says, very well. I hope that you're able to find what it is that you're looking for, and that we do not have to come to a disagreement again. And can someone move this thing? And he points to your spiritual weapon.
It's tied to the portal. I don't know what happened. It's gonna disappear in a minute, so I just walk away.
Near without time to rest or take a moment.
Anybody remember how long we have before this thing What was it called again?
Rouge.
Rouge.
The
Rouge.
Rouge. Look, I can steer this Rouge. I've had my
We
hands in
are-
one of the goo holes before. It won't be a problem this time.
We are.
Yeah, you felt really confident about how that went?
As
No,
it currently
it's a
stands,
learning process.
We are currently 2 to 3 more rooms in this maze of horrors away from more of us being gone. As it currently stands.
Rainier, you step towards the apertures and opens up.
Al, have you gotten healing kit today?
Pardon me?
Has Cal gotten healed from healing kit today? Okay, I'm gonna take the action to do that real fast.
Revealing the chamber beyond. In this room, there are the far end of this room has kind of 3 rounded chambers, each with patches of bubbles stuck to the wall like lumpy glass windows. Most of the bubbles are glossy white, but there are a few different pale colors, and a handful of them are like this dull, nasty black. They also emit a kind of a foul smell to them. There's several. There's a couple semi-humanoid creatures with 4 arms. They kind of look like weird rat people, and they are all kind of sitting around Firm at the moment. Firm, have you cast any kind of food magic for them? They are quite hungry.
Yes, Firm. I sent you a picture actually.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yo, cool. They're all like taking turns eating it. What was maybe a very dangerous thing. All these creatures are like enamored with you at this moment. They're asking questions like, how like what are the different kinds of foods that you make? They don't eat anything but what the Rouge provides for them. Um, they're asking questions of like what's like what is the outside world like. All these creatures know is the inside of this entity, but they're all sitting around very friendly with Firm at the moment.
Oh, I just start telling them. Firm starts explaining. He's like, "Well, I mean, the outside's really not that bad. It's really pretty, grass, all kinds of stuff. I know you probably said you don't know what grass is, but we can go visit. You guys can come along. I do this daily. You can get more food, more than once a day, better food." He looks around at the Rouge. He's like, this thing looks like it's trash. Probably a nice thing, but it doesn't give good food." And then he looks up and he sees the group and he starts waving. He's like, "Hi, you guys. Hi."
I'm imagining we see Firm surrounded. We all just start like weapons up. What?
I'm so tired.
What's going on?
Doing all right?
Going on, Firm?
Well, I did kick one of them, and then he'll like. I assume the one that I kicked has to be here because he has to have the vendetta. He pats him on the head and he starts like petting him. He's like, "This one, I didn't realize he wasn't really that bad. I freaked out, so I made him some food. They're not hurting me, and we're just sitting here talking. They've been stuck inside this thing."
You come to find that they maintain the creature, that their job is to try to maintain and repair all the systems, and they're having a very hard time because so much of the Rouge is not functioning correctly.
Firm's like, can I help with that? I don't know. I mean, other than giving you guys food, I don't really know how to help unless you guys tell me.
Firm, we're not trying to help keep this thing going.
Yeah, we gotta stop this thing.
You can stop it. Don't mean it has to die.
It does though.
Okay, well, Firm is technically right now because we can't kill it because that kills the other thing that we. But yeah, where exactly do you think this is going to go when we've stopped it, Firm?
I don't know, wherever they got it. It just goes back to like home and goes to sleep.
I don't.
Hi, creatures whose names I do not know. My name is Kaluunax Clethinthiala of the Bashing
He's like, that one's
Clethinthialas.
Ted, Brett, that's Cody. Him. What's your name again? And then
Kevin.
Kevin.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Ted, Brett, Cody, Kevin. What we are looking to do right now is stop this creature. And if you could help us do that, perhaps we could help you see some things beyond this creature and maybe eat some more of Firm's delicious food. Do you think we could work together?
They kind of all look at each other, and begin speaking in another language. But some of you recognize the language, and some of you still have a magical translation. They're actually speaking like a dialect of Goblin between one another. What their conversation essentially is like, look, I really want that food, but I mean, we don't know how to pilot anything. Well, don't tell him that. Just tell him maybe we can get the food, and then maybe we say like, "Oh, it didn't work out," you know. And
In
Kevin's like,
Goblin,
"Yeah,
I'll clear my throat. But just so you're aware, we can understand you.
shit."
I mean, no harm, no foul. You did have to try. I understand. But
The one of them switches to common and says, "Look, we don't actually know anything about how to operate Rouge. We just maintain some of the systems. You're in the recycling and waste management area right now.
Mhm.
This is where everything that the passengers produce comes down here to get processed and then comes out as goo."
Nice. I'm in the
could you
shit.
lead us to where the steering occurs?
Sure, that's way up front. Way up front. But well, sometimes Aldazar and his friends, they don't like us going certain rooms.
He died.
Oh,
Good news.
well,
This
that
is
should
great.
make it a lot easier then.
Indeed.
Firm stands up and he'll start like packaging the food for him. He's like, okay, let's go do this.
Um, okay. Uh, they will lead you all the way back up to where you first fought that initial Drider, where Cal had initially tried to make contact
Mhm.
with the half broken instrument panel there. You see as you move past the area with the portal, that creature he just ignores you as you goes by, attending to whatever it is that he is attempting to do.
Firm waves
He makes no motion back. No motion back. The creatures, when you get to the security field, you see the four of them like burrow into the walling. A few minutes later, the field deactivates, and they pull back out of the walls and escort you further up.
Nice.
Let me grab. Just gonna grab your tokens. Actually, you know what? You know what the best thing we'll likely do? Especially because, boy, it's so big. This is such a big map.
Excuse me.
just grab all you together. Away and away, here we go.
I'm trying to keep up.
Hey, there's something in that room back there. Nice.
Okay, you find yourselves at the damaged terminals there. The creatures indicate this is one of the major control stations where you would be able to make contact and steer the Rouge. It's we don't do it. We don't have the. They kind of point to their mind, their head. We don't have the right brain to do this, but you look like you do.
Firm pats on it. He's like, don't sell yourself short. You guys are pretty cool. Pretty smart.
Well, but you are responsible for repairs here, so perhaps you could take a look and let us know if this console is still actually functional.
They nod, and the four of them kind of scour the thing. Their little mechanical arms every now and then, like pulling, like spreading some of the because everything's made of like actual flesh of the slug here, right? Pulling bits apart. They seem to be cauterizing different portions of it. It's a few moments of flurried activity, and they report back lots of damage, but mostly functional.
Okay. Can I touch it?
Can you fix it?
They look at the damage that's been done to it. And they shake their head. This is pretty serious repair stuff. If the Rouge was in better condition, maybe, but unfortunately, a lot of its systems are not functioning correctly.
Well, who's gonna be the first to risk
raises his
incapacitation
hand.
by touch?
Well, let me explain something from what I learned last time.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a while to realize it, but what occurs and just overwhelmed my system. It took me a while to realize, but it's actually all of the sensations and all of the sensory input that you are receiving from this giant creature. It's not unlike what it's like when I look through KJ's senses, just on a much larger scale. It's quite overwhelming. One needs to prepare themselves for that. I'm more than willing to try it again, or if someone feels like they might have a better shot, better fortitude, I could certainly assist.
Firm's like, I think I can do it.
Ember,
I've
I do
experienced a
not
lot
know
of
that
things.
it should be you, considering you were the only one with the magic last time to fix the problem.
Fair enough.
Woohoo!
So firm, I'm
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Sure. But to be clear, who is it that's attempting to make contact with the creature? To pilot it?
Me, myself, and I, Firm.
firm with the guide counselor uh of Cal.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you can cast guidance on yourself. There's these again, like kind of hand-sized, like mucusy bulbs, right? There's only a few of them remaining. Go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for me.
With Cal's help, like from his previous explanation, does that give advantage or just normal?
It won't actually give advantage for in this specific context.
Got it.
Oh,
Okay.
I've got an
Unfortunately, the guidance
inspiration if
is
you'd like to use it.
The guidance is for checks, not saves, so it won't
sorry.
apply to this.
Yeah, sure. One more, I guess. Oh. Oh wow.
Okay.
Well, and down I go.
Putting your hands into the goo. There's a rush of information. You are both feeling and seeing through this creature,
Mhm.
but it is an overwhelming experience for you. And you are not able to control this much sensory input, and your nervous system becomes overloaded by it. And you see Firm kind of like body like shakes a little bit. Their eyes are rolled back in their head, and they kind of collapse to the ground, shaking a little bit as they are catatonic from the experience.
Well, if
Well,
we
if
take
it's
an
fortitude,
hour, I might be able to help more.
if it's fortitude we're looking for, I can try.
Cal, is it fortitude or is it mind
I'm
power?
I'm gonna try only because I still have bardic inspiration.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Putting your hand into the goo, go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw.
Welcome back, Max. We're dropping like flies.
I've been listening.
I love this.
Oh,
Immune to that.
Re-roll it.
Yep. 18.
That's 18.
That's much better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You feel the warmth begin from your hand, running up your arm, filling your chest, your legs, rushing up into your head. Your head feels like almost like you're feverish. Um, there's a moment where you can feel yourself kind of losing like control of your own body for a moment, and you're afraid that you're going to collapse like the others, but you focus your mind, and the senses of this creature begin connecting into your senses. You begin sharing its nervous system with yours. You see Ragnarok's eyes roll back in their head. Just the whites are all that is seen. And while their body does kind of like shift every now and then, it's not the kind of violent-ish reaction that Cal and Firm had happen to them. Ragnarok, you can sense the immense space around you right now. There are rocks and trees, and you are gliding. You're not gliding smoothly anymore. You're continuing your forward path, but your left hand side is leaning on the ground. It's taking more effort to keep it up and not dragging you. You can feel parts of your body not working. You can only see out of your left eye. Your right eye is voided. And you don't necessarily see is an odd word. Everything is a little bit blurry, but you have an innate sensation of what is ahead of you. Things that are too small or too small to notice, but large obstacles, you know when to move out of the way of something. And are you're not in pain, but you know your body is failing. What you experience in this kind of liminal space is you open your eyes after all these sensations come to you, and it's like you're in this kind of white room. there's the same fleshy feeling around you, but it's comforting in this place. And you hear a soft voice speak out. Hello, I'm Rouge. Where
Hi,
is it? Hi.
I'm Ragnarok. It's lovely to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Have you been enjoying your trip so far?
I can't say it hasn't been without its fun.
That's good to hear. I try to make sure that all my passengers are well taken care of. It's a little difficult these days, but I'm doing my best.
It was awfully kind of you, Rouge. Do you know where you're headed?
I'm heading straight.
Hmm. Where were you originally hibernating?
I was asleep for a long time. I don't know how long, but I woke up and then I began moving.
Do you remember where you were? Or better yet, how to get back there?
No,
Hmm.
I'm here now.
Are you okay, Rouge? It seems like there's some things wrong with you.
There are parts of me that aren't working correctly.
Do you know why?
I don't know why.
I think the first thing we need to do is just stop entirely.
Would you like me to stop?
I would prefer it, yes.
The rest of you feel a sudden shift of momentum. You kind of stumble a bit on your feet as the 900-foot long slug slowly begins to come to a crawl and then eventually a stop. Ragnar, you are aware of the feeling, like you feel the body slow, then stop and come to a rest.
Did you enjoy being asleep?
Well, I wasn't awake, so I don't know that I can say I enjoyed it.
Mm.
I enjoy taking care of my passengers.
Mm. Mhm. We should have discussed what to do once I got in. um, hmm. Doesn't know where it's from. Let's turn around, shall we?
I can turn around.
Would that be okay?
Yes. Uh, the rest of you feel the slug moving. You feel the momentum of it moving. Ragnarok, you feel the body moving. It does not turn right where it cannot see. It turns left. Um, Based on its form and size and how it makes this maneuver, it this takes a while for it to actually turn around. But after 10, 15 minutes, it's able to actually fully turn itself around, facing the opposite direction of where it was going.
I assume there's like a path of destruction on the way that it's left in its wake, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it bulldozes everything in front of it.
Yeah, so I would like to start using those markers to kind of tell it to start heading back.
Okay, and it starts moving forward again.
Let's get you home again, Rouge.
Well, I don't have a home.
Let's get you back to where you came from then. Or is there someplace you'd like to go?
There's no place that I would like to go. Where would you like to go?
Well, the problem here, Rouge, is that you were headed on a path to a city that's heavily populated, and it was going to hurt a lot of people. So we're just trying to get you back to where you came from, so everyone stays safe, including you. Does that make sense?
I don't understand, but I will go where you want me to.
Okay. I think that'll be good for now. I don't want to take my hands out, but I need to talk to the rest of the party. But we're on a good path right now. So it's wait. Um Woosh, do you see um all the broken trees that you've passed along the way here?
It's difficult. I see plants.
Hmm. Do you see the ones that are still standing up and the ones that have been broken down?
You can feel like the sensation of it trying to map the differentiation.
Hmm.
I see where there are no plants.
Okay, good, good. I just want you to follow that path for right now. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right.
If you are tired, there are resting quarters near the rear of me. Also, if you need clothing or food, you may find those from the repositories. Simply tap the appropriate tube and it will create it for you.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Um, I'm gonna go now, and I can't promise that I'll be back. But this was lovely.
Then have a pleasant journey.
Thanks. I just want to say one last time, you've taken really good care of us, and I appreciate it.
You can feel a very warm sensation. It's not that it's warming you, like it itself is accepting the compliment, right? It means a lot to it, and it's just responds back, "Thank you. I try very hard."
I will take my hands out.
Cool. Um, it takes you a while to separate your mind and nervous system from them. So like you give yourself the conscious order to pull your hand out. It's like a minute later that you actually do it.
Mm.
Um and you are very very woozy with one mark of exhaustion.
Yep. Doo-doo-doo. 1 second.
How'd it go in there?
Oh, wow. That was a bit of a mind fuck, honestly. Uh,
We stopped for a second, but then we started moving again.
yeah, I turned her around, her
Oh,
being just a random pronoun that I'm signing. And we are following the path that it originally came from. But
so back to the outpost that this thing destroyed.
yes, currently, but we can go back in and change it because I don't know where we want to park this thing. Because what I'm afraid of is if we just leave it anywhere, it can easily be picked up by someone else. So
Yeah, that's
I
kind of a
think we,
problem.
I think we need a plan.
I mean, I could steer it into the ocean.
What if that kills it?
Does it breathe?
I don't know. I didn't think to ask.
Well, if we don't want to kill it, then I suppose going back the way it came is technically the means of least destruction if it adheres to exactly where it was.
Again, outpost, my people.
True, but it did
Already
go through a
destroy it.
place in that outpost that is presumably leveled in that exact spot. They will see it coming. Potentially, we could go try to warn them.
Or we can just turn it somewhere else.
Which is why I took my hands out to figure out where or else is.
Well, we have time now, right? Like,
That bought us some time, yes.
it's moving pretty quick, but it's no longer moving towards Miraz. And it was at least a few days out from the outpost. Maybe more. A week? How long were we traveling?
What are we thinking?
Personally, I think we take a beat and consider.
We just tell her to
He's-
stop again.
Yeah, what's wrong with just stopping?
And then leaving?
No, once she stopped, we can figure out what to do without worrying about this thing crushing and killing people. We don't even know if this place is empty yet. The place that rude. There could still be
Either
enemy
way, that
forces
is
here.
true. Even if there are, then that means if we stop it, we cannot leave. So,
I think we don't necessarily have to stop it because it's not close to anything in real danger for the time being that it takes us to think.
how many days prior to us finding out about this mission did it hit the outpost? Does anyone remember?
I'm sorry. Why can we not just stop it? It's between my city and an outpost of my people. Why are you all fighting
Yeah,
just
I'm just gonna.
stopping the damn thing?
Because it is
Look
weeks.
at Firm. That's why we're not just sticking our hands back in there.
I will do it.
Fine.
I will stick my hands in there.
Okay.
Firm's okay. I'll do it again. I'll do it.
You lay there. You're fine.
Yeah, Firm and Cal are both, awake from the experience. Cool. Ember, make a intelligence saving throw for me.
Yeah, this is gonna go very, very poorly. But like,
You don't know that. Have faith.
not only do I not know that,
Like, yeah, cleric, have faith.
King gang.
I have faith in my D20s. Come on now. We all know how my D20s go.
I've got an inspiration for you if you'd like it.
Sure. Although I don't got a whole lot to this, so
Yeah.
that was so almost a 19.
Yeah.
Just long enough. Just long enough to be like, hey, guess what I could be?
I hate watching the die roll for this exact reason. It feels so much worse.
Hastily in that moment of a conversation, shoving your hand into the goo, there's a fast rush of all the senses of the war slug, and Ember, you are overwhelmed and collapse to the ground in a catatonic state.
Well, at least we know she'll get better.
I would also like to ask, was I out for more than an hour?
No.
Damn it.
All right. Can we now talk about it, or does somebody else want to stick their hands in?
Well, hold on. Are we
you-
able to rouse her, or is she just out?
It takes similar, like everybody that fails this, right? Their nervous system and minds are overwhelmed from the sensation of it all. It takes about like a minute or two for them to come back to their senses. No worse for the wear, just like fully incapped in that time period.
Okay, but the thing is that she's right. She's right that while we are here, we cannot see where it is going, and we can trust that it's going to follow its same path. But again, the better call is to try to get it to stop.
We have days to figure this before it reaches anything that's potentially dangerous.
if it reaches anything that we are aware of.
I put my hand on the terminal.
Yeah.
You going in, taking a dive?
Yep.
All right, intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
Zal, you were overwhelmed by the sensations of this gigantic creature in your, albeit large, but comparatively small form. And Zal goes catatonic.
I feel like
Rag-
this is wasting more time than talking.
Firms
Ragnarok.
have.
Wait.
Yeah.
The fuck is there to talk about, Ragnarok?
I-
You
I-
Figure out
have
where it's
people
supposed
with
to
a family.
go.
Look,
Yo.
Ragnarok.
Not where there are living people that I give a shit about. I don't care if all the people you care about are dead. There are people I care about.
Days.
Ragnarok, I hear what you're saying, that there are
Barnaby.
days, right? But what has been established is that the
Barnaby
interior.
got a hold of it. Barnaby's hands are in
Yeah,
the
Barnaby
room.
goes catatonic and falls to the ground. Barnaby.
That would have actually been a horrible thing. He'd have just like, yo, take me to the bodies.
Hey, I'm driving, but you want to give me a soul?
Firm heads Ragnarok. He's like, what'd you find out when you were in there?
Well, it's sentient. Its
Okay.
one mission in life is to make sure all of its passengers are comfortable and well taken care of.
Firm leans to the left and like looks past Ragnarok and like darts eyes at Ember like wide eyed, and he's like, we can't kill it.
It's very nice, and it only really listens to the person who's controlling it. That's all they really care about.
Oh.
Well, just keep touching it then until something happens. It
We
kinda
honestly
feels like
have.
my whole body's asleep.
We honestly don't have anything to lose by continuing to try to get it to stop, and
far
we
as we know.
have and we have creatures that could be in its path or other things that could be changing its direction in some way. Ragnarok, it may be days before it hits something big, but it's got plenty of time to hit other things small.
I don't know what you said, Sean.
What
I know,
happens if
yeah.
we die during those days that we're waiting?
What?
The inside of this thing's dangerous, Ragnarok. What
I'm
happens if we
saying-
die while it's roaming around the countryside?
I'm saying take 10 minutes and figure out where it's going so that we can just put it in and we don't have to do it 2 more times.
Firm's taking a dive into the cyberverse.
Why? You stopped it. Why did you then start it moving
Once we
again?
get it
To bring
stop,
it back
you
to where it was. I didn't want to just leave it
Why?
where I didn't want to leave it where it was at.
Firm, you feel the sensations of everything washing over you. For a moment, you fear that you will lose control and go catatonic again. But this time you're prepared. You steel your mind and dive deeper into the sensation. And you gain the sight and sensations of the creature. You can feel the movement of its body. You can feel the beating of its heart, which is the portal in the rear. You can feel the energy that pours from it and goes throughout the rest of your body. You can also feel that every now and then there's a tasty rock that makes contact with your mouth that you devour. You have no need for it, nutritionally wise, but it just tastes good and it's nice. You kind of your eyes, awaken again. You're in this kind of liminal space where you are connected to the creature, and you just hear the voice ring out, "Hello."
What's up? This is nice.
I'm glad you are enjoying your travel.
Yeah, traveling's really becoming a new thing for me. I'm loving this. So, look, long story short, can I have you stop again? The people out there, they're bitching, they're all complaining, they can't agree. It seems like the best thing is take a moment, have everybody have some peace of mind, and then have like a mutual conversation rather than screaming stop then talk, talk then stop, and they can't figure it out. Anyway,
Have I done something wrong?
oh
Do
no,
they
no, you're
need
doing
something
wonderful.
else of me?
No, you're doing wonderful. They just can't figure it out. It's fine. I'm
Have
just
they
asking.
have they eaten from the tube yet?
Firm takes a moment. He's like, eating from the tube?
Yes. The sustenance tube, nutrition.
Where's that at?
You feel her, like you feel the sensation move down to a chamber you have passed through before, where there's a series of multiple tubes coming at strange angles that sit above the floor and kind of they like drip different things downward.
It's the liquid place. Okay.
Is that the tubes I wanted to like cut?
It is the tubes you wanted to cut, yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
I didn't even know you could deliver food. Is there a kitchen?
I can make a table of which you may prepare things, but I do not have a food preparation area. No.
Could you make that table like in the room that I'm in right now?
The rest of you see a flesh table just to start growing up next to the control platform. And
Also,
from
like,
you,
I just start fucking wheezing. Like,
I mean, are any of us really surprised?
you then see several like chair shaped things also
Yeah,
begin
that sounds like
growing up.
him.
oh, y'all are just a fucking mess, and I love it.
Also, real quick, because I did not know you could do these things, can you also make like a little rest section off to the right side of the room so they could like go take a nap real quick? Take a moment to themselves. Maybe
There is a
meditate.
large rest area in the rear, but I can make some sections here as well. And you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
on the left and right side wall, similar to the space down below, these like kind of platforms stretch out of the wall large enough that, excuse me, a person could lay down on. And they
Nice.
also begin forming and growing out of the wall the same kind of like goo nodules that are in that rear room. They're not the same as what you're interacting with, but like different mucous membranes begin growing near them.
Honestly, the floor isn't so bad when you get used to it. Just until you get off, but
He then firms like, okay, so first things first, I got distracted. Can we go ahead and put you to a stop real quick? Let's just all take a rest moment, you included.
I can stop, yes.
Okay, that's
You,
wonderful.
you all feel the slug stop?
Second, is there a map of this place that we can like look at so we can see what's where? If you can see the people inside here. Do you have anything like that?
I'm not sure I understand.
Uh, so you know your layout, right? Is there a way that we as the passengers can see the layout and the people inside the, the vessel as well?
Yeah, we can walk around.
There's like you can like there's a pause, but you're connected to the creature. You can feel it trying to work out the question. It doesn't
Mhm.
it doesn't quite understand what it is that you're asking. Its only response to you is, "I'm not sure. I don't know."
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Lastly, for me, I think it's sort of like a generalized question. We were informed you are not fully woken up correctly. Can we fix that? Make you, back to who you're supposed to be, full capabilities and whatnot. Also, do you have to crawl or can you fly, swim? Is that a thing?
I do not swim, though I can steel myself to prevent water from coming in. but I believe some functions are not working correctly. I may flood.
Is there a way we can fix all your functionality? We asked the rats. The rats said you're not tip top shape, and they can't do it unless you feel better. So we gotta work and work.
I do not know. I feel no pain, but I am not working correctly.
Okay. Okay. Uh, hmm. You know what? That's enough. Let's have a break. We'll all come back. Hopefully, it's one of the two people you've met that maybe you might meet somebody new. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the people. You have a wonderful little rest break, and we'll let you know when we're ready to go again. Thank you, Rouge.
You're very welcome. Enjoy your travel.
And Fern will try to unattach.
Cool. Yeah, it takes a moment, and then you come back to your senses. You do gain 1 point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So some other priorities in there, but you got there.
Speaking of that,
Now, to be clear, the first thing he asked for was a table. Did you mean to do that? We assumed, but
no, I did not. But they informed me that there were food tubes back there, which I might go run and touch one real quick. But I wanted a table up here because this is, like the hangout spot. That way I
I'm
could
gonna go
cook
on
food.
record saying if you go to the food tube, I'm not following.
I have the rats. The rats
So
said
it's
they'll
all
go with
out
me.
there.
But yeah. So I just made like a little rest area. Y'all can go over there and take a nap.
Now that it stopped, can we figure out where to get it?
Firm is
Or
gonna
just-
run to go touch a food tube.
Maybe just smash the fuck out of the control thing, so that nobody
Which room
can
was
move it
I
anymore.
think it was 11. I think it was room 11.
I don't.
It's 10. It's 10.
That's an idea, but
You don't have to move your token. You can just tell me what it is that you do. Let's see what the others talk about in the meantime.
Maybe we point it in the direction of, I don't know, a mountain or something, and then we smash the control console so that if it starts moving, it hopefully just moves in
Okay.
a straight line.
Look, to Ragnarok's point, I don't think smashing a control console for a living creature is gonna work or is right.
Firm raises his hand. He's like, if y'all met Rouge, y'all would not be considering any kind of violence. Rouge is top notch.
I figured smashing the control console would just remove our ability or anybody's ability to talk to the thing.
But then it can't talk to anybody else either.
Oh, well, were you planning to stay or?
No, but
Because
it's rude to take
explicitly, if
full...
we leave this place, we don't want anybody to talk to it again, because they could just steer it back around and fuck up some more people.
Yeah, we're sort of at a point where we either make a decision to figure out a way that it gets somewhere where it'll be alone,
Ocean.
or we take care of the portal in the back.
There's a portal?
Okay.
Just
That'll kill it.
quick question. Yeah, didn't getting rid of the portal kill Rouge? Isn't that what we were told?
That's sort of what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Okay, well then let's say it. It would be my recommendation.
If we,
I mean, are we not considering killing Rouge?
I
If
am.
there is I think we all have to agree that if there is no other option, that has to be on the table.
Hmm.
I agree. It's on the table. We're
are we
just
facing north currently?
Who the fuck knows?
Because if we're facing north, we just steer it the fuck west, through a couple mountains and into the ocean, and it can figure that. Then it's up to it.
And the answer to that, for those of you that have connected to Rouge, is you are heading north. Ragnarok put it in that direction.
Yeah, I know
and
it's
then
going
Firm,
south.
you would be aware of it. Yeah.
What if we just send it? You said west? Oh, I'm dumb. I thought that
the
was through
ocean
Karakara.
is fuck. The ocean's west, I think. If up north, there's
Theoretically,
mountains.
there's oceans, whichever direction you want to
Well,
go. It's just a
quick for the
question of what you go through first.
The Neos and a bunch of mountains, which might be a problem, but unless you could just go right through, in which case you got a new mountain pass.
You know what?
Valid point.
The new mountain pass is not that bad.
Anybody ask how it feels about water?
Unless
Oh,
you live
yes.
at the base of the mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have moral compasses.
What do you mean now?
Second,
Oh, you must have missed the whole the fight.
Oh,
that
wait,
just happened.
you don't have a moral compass, then you don't have a problem killing this creature.
no, I do. I'm just really confused.
For
First
the
we're killing
record, I
it, now
think
we're
if
just
we're
killing
gonna-
other things.
If we're gonna kill it, we should maybe rest so that the fucking thing with the arm thing doesn't just blast the hell out of one of us.
Arms?
Or
Okay.
all of us.
We've got time.
That's
It stopped.
all I
No
want
one
at
is
this
in
point.
danger, right?
I've been
It
crying for
stopped.
time for like 2 hours now, I think. At least it feels
We're
like 2
stopped
hours.
now. We do have the time now. We can
Maybe we
sit
don't.
down at this fucking table.
I'm not sitting at the table.
Ember, Ember, your tongue spell is gone away after. It's been like 10 or 15 minutes since it's gone.
Okay. It lasts an hour, but I assume
Less than an
that-
hour. Yeah. You guys have been on here actually for
Honestly, once
longer
you get
than an
over
hour.
the stickiness, the flow is fine. I assure you, it's.
Okay,
once you get over
but
I
the
did
problem
spend a lot
is
of
we
time
don't
unconscious on
know.
it, so
We don't know if everyone else has left, right? There could still be that demon thing, the woman.
Andra,
That's the one.
What if we just ask the rats?
That's what.
Yeah,
They can go everywhere, so I mean, they probably
your-
run into people.
To your point, Ember, if she is here, what is our plan? Because not a one of us does not have an open wound.
that's kind of my point. We are all hurt, but it's not like we can just plop down and hope that that something's not going to come along and try to be a problem. She could be a problem, or bugbears, some other mist-headed weird alien with robot cannon arms. Who knows?
we could
I think it was a cannon.
It shot people. What else could it be?
I mean, but like it can't shoot balls.
We may be getting lost here on the details.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe-
Sorry.
maybe we stay here firm. If you're comfortable, we can put your protection spell around us and the control center, and we just do what we always do, take watches.
I was gonna try out the new beds.
Okay.
I mean, I really think we should probably. That's. But the table is right here by the control panel. How are you gonna use the table if you're over there at the beds?
I'll be asleep. I cook when I'm awake.
You could probably sleep on the table. It's the same consistency as every fucking thing else.
If I wanted to sleep on the table, I wouldn't have asked for the beds.
It's all squishy shit. I don't.
The bed's
floor
got
is
a
the
little
table,
tentacle
it's the
coming with
bed.
it. What's the
You
tentacle
wanna-
do?
I don't want to
That's
know.
you and your business.
Firm's gonna go lay down.
Okay. I gotta ask because you mentioned you wanted to. Do you want to go knock on these tubes?
Oh,
before
yes,
you go
yes,
to bed?
please.
Okay.
Yes,
All
please.
right.
Oh, I got it.
Tell you what, you go get some tube liquid. You come on back. Maybe we revisit the setting up a dome over this here control panel.
Oh man. Okay. Firm, you go down into room 10,
Yes.
where all the into the tube room. Standing under the tubes, you begin. You see you like are covered in these colored lights that appear without any kind of source. The others like dipped as soon as that occurred. What do you do?
He basically starts playing the xylophone, touching every tube he can reach.
Okay. Okay. They don't react to the touching, but after about 30 seconds, the lights disappear on you. And you see action from some of the tubes. There is a kind of a gas that's like puffing out from one of them. That
Kills his
begins to you hold your breath. That begins to emit almost like not a fire extinguisher, but just a large volume of gas begins to pour down over top of you. As it dissipates, you see the gas is like congealing on your body over top of whatever you're wearing, and congeals into pale gray, like a pale gray cloth-like substance. It is similar to what all the bugbear were wearing inside here. You see one of the tubes extends a pointed cylinder with a needle on the end of it, filled with a green substance, and it is actively like trying to find a piece of skin, like bear skin, it can get to.
He shouldn't do it, but he's going to.
Okay. Where does it find contact?
Forearm, right forearm.
Forearm. Okay. You roll up your clothing, a little forearm, skin exposed. The needle injects in. You see this green substance just disappearing into the needle. You can feel a warmth. I'm sorry. You feel a cold sensation running through your arm and then into your body. Seemingly, there is no effect that you're aware of. The final tube activates.
That's not
You
disconcerting at all.
you see these you see this material like fall out of it and form into like it almost looks like a paper like cup filled with a strange opaque looking liquid.
Oh God.
The it smells like honey but tastes like sawdust.
Oh my God.
However, it is fully edible and counts as a nutritious meal.
Nice. Okay. Do I pass? No, that was a little bit further in, wasn't it? 10, 11. It was in room 12. Let me read this real quick. But instead of heading back to the group, because he probably should, Firm is going to taste a little bit of the honey of dead fields.
Okay, you are you eating it? Like, are you using it, or are you just dipping your finger in? Because it doesn't work with a dip. You have to consume it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's only a one-time use, correct?
It's a one-time use. You will have,
Oh.
madness for X amount of time, and then at the end of which you will then gain the benefit of.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I mean, but it also gives you like benefits with the madness, right? It's not just you're insane. It gives you whatever it says that like it does, right?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I didn't realize it was a one-time use. I'll save it.
Yeah. It's a singular thing. It's very expensive because it lasts or it has the potential to last a very long time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Firm just heads back to the group.
Cool. You'll see Firm has a wearing weird gray clothing over top of his armor. and has a cup full of goo.
Found a souvenir shop back there.
I touched all the tubes. One poked me with something. I probably got injected. It was green stuff.
Like I
It's
said,
fine.
that's your business.
Another one that gave me cup of liquid. You know, it wasn't horrible. I wouldn't make it, but it wasn't horrible. And then I got this like cover thing. Cover? I don't know whatever this is. And he's like, okay. So what's the plan?
Do,
What'd you guys
do
talk
you,
about?
I'm sort of waiting for you. Are you all right if we camp here? And I mean, if we put the barrier over the control panel, then we at least stand a chance if someone tries to take it while we're all sleeping.
From like looks to the beds and looks back to the group, and he just keeps like deciding, and he's like, fine, fine, and he will start casting. Where's it at? He's like, but I'm casting this now. I'm tired. I feel like it's a good time. Take the moment while we have it, and I'm not leaving from here until I get my sleep. And he will start casting Tiny Hut.
Okay, you begin casting Tiny Hut.
Honestly, if you lay for long enough, it starts to sort of take on the shape of your back, and it's not good, but it's okay.
Ember, are you outside of the tiny hut?
Currently, yeah.
Okay, then you are outside of it when it is cast.
Ember does get 11 minutes, so hopefully Ember makes it back.
My Ember's goal is to peek out through back into the main thoroughfare. When we encountered Demon Lady, whose name someone told me and I have already forgotten.
Yeah.
Bondra.
Now, I know you said this, and I think I have it written down. Are you saying Boundra or Sandra?
Bondra.
Bondra.
Okay. Found it. Bondra.
She was roughly in like 9 and 8.
That is correct.
Yeah.
What are you looking for, Ember? Are you just keeping an eye on the chamber before going into the tiny hut?
For some reason, I thought that there was a spot here that we had not gone.
You have not gone to two places. To your left, there
Okay.
are two things to the left that you have not
The
been in.
other stalk, presumably.
The other stalk,
Because,
presumably.
yeah.
The functioning stalk.
I mean, Ember Prime knows her father and the other predators are still in this creature. Presumably they are aware that it has stopped. But is basically looking around for any signs of them.
Yeah.
And will go out the other side as necessary. This place is fucking huge, and I, Ted, don't remember what we've run into so far.
It's very large. It's full size creature map. I guess it depends then. The question of like, how are you willing to not be in the dome when it's cast, knowing that you will not be able to go inside of it then, to do whatever it is that you want to do?
Ooh, that is good questions. Yeah, I guess she's familiar enough with the dome by now to know to go back into the dome. She can always leave once the dome is up. Uh, she experienced that in the other world when people left to have a conversation with Umeli. Or so
Okay.
that other people could have a conversation with Umeli. So she knows that if she's in the dome when it goes up, she can leave and go back into it later.
Gotcha. Okay. Dome goes up.
What are you looking for, Ember?
The Praetors, my father, my family, the whole
I
reason
mean,
I'm
I
on this
assume
giant fucking war slug.
they probably went out the side, right? If they could come in, they just crash right out.
Okay. Yes, there was. There is still danger in this slug. We know that. We know Captain Misthead with the arm cannons has already killed one Praetor. I'm trying to make sure that the others don't stumble into him either.
Yeah,
Or
if they see that body.
Lord knows what else in this nearly 1,000-foot long slug that we are. This 1,000-foot long rouge that we are wandering around inside of. I don't. I know we have the bubble. This is still not safe. I would use magic to just talk to my dad the way I've done, but I have used a lot of my magic energy, and if I do that, if something happens to anybody, then that's it. I can't.
So what you really need is somebody to run and check as many rooms as we've been in and report back. We know roughly where they went, which was one of the rooms we did not go.
I mean, it's only it's only a couple hours since we came in here because my other spell just did exhausted not too long ago.
Zal like plucks off the mask on his face, grabs the mask of the fool, plucks it on, gets to his feet, like rolls his shoulders, and is like, "Very well, but we're going to be running."
Firm looks at them. And he's like, Ragnarok, are you going?
I figured.
And he's like, okay, just let me know when y'all take off.
Hopefully, we'll be back soon.
Well, one of y'all's only gonna get a minute.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's fucking do this.
And Firm like stands up and he's like, 3 on your marks.
Ragnarok gets low like he's about to sprint.
Just before you go, do not go into the chamber that they went into. There was some kind of
2.
fucking flesh ribbon thing they spoke of.
Right, hold
Wait,
on.
what? Hold on.
Hold on.
What? Hold on. What?
Hold on. Don't
Yeah.
cast a spell yet.
Hold on.
Isn't that the
They
first place I'm
They were
going?
shouting all about it.
But isn't that the last known location? Wouldn't that be the best place to go first?
Right, but if there is, do you think you can survive the flesh ribbons?
I think I could run away from the flesh ribbons.
I think you could try. By all means, hit him. I'll pace along behind him.
Real quick then, before they actually take off, I have a couple of spell slots that Firm does not plan to use after this, so he will between
Okay,
Ragnarok.
I'm sorry. I need to just clarify what our plan is with the bubble. We've only been up for a couple hours. We physically cannot long rest right now. Is
No,
my
but Firm
understanding
can
of the
lay
long
down.
rest rules. Like, Sean, am I mistaken? Because if I am, then
You are not mistaken. You guys can't take a long rest right now.
Yeah, I was figured a short rest would be the start.
Absolutely.
Just resting within the bubble.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a little short. I mean, you can hang out
they
in
are
the
not.
bubble for as long as it lasts. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Also, if we're casting haste, am I going alone? I assume I'm going alone.
I mean,
I
no
think-
one's going to be able to keep up with it.
I think Dawson was about to say he was going to double cast.
Oh well,
But-
before they even leave, I was going to give 2 castings of Cure Wounds to Ragnarok. I still have all my first level spells that I haven't touched yet, so it's fine.
The answer is if Ragnarok gets haste, you're not necessarily going alone in the long run.
I'll be able to tell.
You'll catch up to him at some point.
Don't worry, I'll be pacing somewhere in between Ember and you.
Anyway, let's see here. Let's do the first one.
Oh, yeah. Let's do
I will
this.
cast this twice for Ragnarok.
Assuming
Hey.
And
you reckon
then
your
one
long
more.
strider's still up?
It is not, but I can cast it again.
I don't know who's
I
healing.
mean, you
Ragnarok,
currently
but it
have
wasn't me.
exhaustion, which feels like maybe it'd be bad to add more.
It's a con save.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what's funny? I don't know if it auto apply. No, it didn't auto apply because you guys have to maintain your own health. But because you're in the target of the tiny bubble field, the healing is attempting to apply to everyone. I'm just getting the message that's like a 5 HP to everybody.
Yes. Oh, Sean, this is a question to you because, like I said, Firm's planning on taking a short, a little resty rest.
Mm.
So it has a 30-foot reach. At the edge of the 30 feet, or 20 feet, cast one on Ragnarok, and then can I use my 4th level spell to cast one on Ember?
You're talking about cure wounds?
No, haste.
Oh, well, haste is
No.
concentration. So
Oh, never mind.
yeah, you can only
You could
cast.
do those things. It would actually
Yes.
be super funny if you
Yeah,
did.
yeah. I should have said yes. You can do this,
Ragnarok
but
would
I
make
don't
it
want
not great for me.
Ragnarok getting a fucking false start would be funny as shit if we all saw it.
Farm.
get-
What the shit?
I would get 120 feet and then stop
That's true,
immediately.
Before just like collapsing and skidding.
No.
Kidding.
With all of that knowledge, then, at the edge of the 30 feet, when these 3 take off running on their race, Firm is not casting haste on Ragnarok. He is going to give it to Ember.
Okay.
So he could just see
You
Ember
know,
just take
Yeah,
off.
you can't cast through the dome.
Damn.
is the thing. So while in the dome, you can do all this stuff, but you can't cast it through the dome.
I was thinking too, we may have a fight ahead. Do we really need haste?
Firm doesn't expect danger, okay? Firm's just trying to make this have fun.
Just don't let it. We'll just go look and we'll return
It'd probably
Do
be better
so
as a
with-
party.
with speed.
Okay, fine. And then instead of haste, he will just cast Spider Climb on Ember.
You're like hell bent on casting right
Might
now.
He's a wizard.
What's
don't know what you
the
want
point?
from him.
What's the
I
point of
gotta
these
do
spells?
something. I
if I'm
gotta
not
do
gonna
something.
All right, I'm running, but not like reckless running. Yes.
Reckless is kind of all I do.
Well, if you guys have a good time, Ember, you can climb off.
And then he'll wink
can
because
do
he's
what?
fucking kidding.
I really don't want to die.
Okay, let's
He's like-
go.
He's like, if you get jumped, you can
That's
climb on
awesome.
top of the wall. You could just climb up
Yeah.
to the top.
Okay, you all set off.
I might actually be able to beat Ragnarok currently if we actually had a foot race.
You
Really?
set
What's your
off.
speed?
With this mask on, 40 feet.
Bitch.
And also, well, that's not the whole of it.
Okay.
Okay.
The whole of it is that I can bonus action to dash. I can
Oh,
dash
okay.
and dash. I can
Oh,
dash
yeah,
and
you could
dash
beat
like
me,
a
yeah.
rogue.
Yeah, you can beat me right now.
Yeah. Double
Nice.
dash is pretty good.
Mhm.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
I remember.
I remember. Okay, you all swiftly head down to the lower chambers or deeper
will-
chambers.
Keep pace with Ragnarok, like just a step ahead of him.
I would like to use my
Wait
long
up.
jump to get ahead
Wait
of him.
Okay, Ember trailing
Wait
behind.
I just speed back up to catch back up and wink at you.
We'll keep doing this. Yeah.
Dusting Ember behind you. Wait. The two of you, go peeling off through the chambers of Rouge. You find the corpses of slain enemies, right? The bugbears and other creatures that you have fought. If you were to check on is Baldra still there? She is not. You don't run across any living bugbears. Either they have fled of their own accord, or they have joined with Baldra, as was her plan.
A
You
fact which I am sure will not come back to bite us in the ass at any point.
well, you didn't make an enemy of her, so I don't know. Entering into Outerzar's chamber, like his dead spider body is still there, the little spider legs all curled up. You do find sitting on his throne is Lugdush, just kind of legs up in a relaxed mode, and some of the other Praetors are just kind of like picking about the place. A lot of them seem to be kind of like talking shop at the moment, and one of them is like holding up this like strip of what looks like skin, and saying like, "With this thing went down your neck, I thought you were a goner. It started strangling you." And the other one's going, "I know. At a certain point, I was like, keep going, right? You're fucked up, man."
This is exactly what Marines sound like.
Okay, the
Uh,
disrespect. We don't all
you
know.
among them, you see Ember. You see your father standing there, kind of just. He seems to be just enjoying being among Praetors again, right? He seems very much like at home and enjoying the moment. A lot of you rush in barely, like skidding, I think, a bit as you rush in so quickly.
Hello. To summarize, we have paused the slug for now. Do not go into the power room. We have an agreement with the cannon thing there. Sound Ember's coming. Sound good?
You see Cobb Fireforge, Ember's dad, nods and steps forward and says, "Yeah, I guess."
About
You said
20
there's
seconds.
I'm sorry,
She'll
what?
be here. Just give it a second.
Oh, right. There she is.
Yeah, there she is.
Okay.
Yeah, like
They're
slide to the
fast.
side.
I think at this point, Ember is practically horizontal, as in she is running sideways on the walls.
Hell yeah.
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 Feels good, doesn't it?
I might as well do this. This is pretty cool.
It looks very
Ooh.
neat.
Really, really builds your core. To have to hold yourself out this way, though.
Oh, you have quite a lot of armor.
It's very heavy.
Is that magic or is that normal for you now? Your dad's asking you.
Yeah, this is Ferb's doing.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, you said there was a power core to this thing?
It's like a portal to some other demi-plane. It's like the thing's... It's what drives the thing. But... How... It looks like you guys have cleared this out. Have you... You haven't gone any deeper into the...
No, we haven't gone any deeper. There's I don't know, some kind of strange energy field that's
Right.
blocking the way. We didn't want to necessarily go through it presently. Some of us are still injured. This power source seems to be our mission, and then take out the power source of this creature. Danger to Maras is over.
Yeah, there's a complication. There is, number one, a very powerful thing that has somehow gotten tied to it, and we've agreed to, since it's here, it seems unwillingly or unintentionally, give it time to disentangle itself and go home. It's real strong. It doesn't seem like something we want to make angry. And right now, dealing with the power source, if you were to destroy the power source, you would kill it, and it's not part of at Astralor. I have this written down. Aldrazar. It's not part of Aldrazar's forces, so it's just a bystander.
It
Right.
is also possible that when it leaves this place, the power source itself might fail. Conjecture, but possible.
So we've got it stopped. There's no what we're hoping to do is make sure there's no no one else left in here. I know that's a lot of slug to cover, but we're stopped, so there's no danger.
We're also turned completely around for good measure.
Yeah, we sensed a lot of movement, stopping, starting, stopping. Okay, how long does this creature need? Because it seems like we take care of this power supply issue, then everyone goes home.
Well, that's kind of what I'm sort of getting at is we're stopped. Someone needs to go to Maras and let Maras know that it's stopped and that Maras is safe. I figure we've got the deal with the thing, the entity that's tied to the portal, so we can stay and figure this out. The Aldrazar that was leading the whole thing, the only reason this thing was even awake, he's dead. And they should know that. And we'll catch up with you once this is dealt with.
I can send one of these boys home early, but it's still several
Yeah.
days hike without horses home. I'd feel a lot better if the situation was resolved one way or another before we head to Maras. Your father takes a few steps to you, Ember, and looks at you and says, looks at you on the wall and says, "This deal you've made with this creature, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm. Did it give us a name? I feel
it
like
did not. It did not.
Did
Yeah.
not, okay.
Yeah. It was very adamant about just protecting the portal, and that was about it. Are you confident that's the right move?
Yes, pretty sure. Plus, gave my word. So sort
He
of
nods.
with that.
Okay. I trust you. You and your friends have proven yourselves. Is there anything we can do to help?
Um,
Suppose making sure this place is clear of all danger, leaving alone I don't rat folk. They are they're not harmless, but they do not mean us harm at this current time. Give them food if you need to negotiate.
Gotcha. All
yeah,
right.
or just there. There's a couple places that we haven't fully cleared out towards the front of Rouge, but that's the slug, by the way. Uh,
You've named it.
well, no, it has a name, but neither here nor there. We got a couple places to clear out still. If you want to come with us, we can all rest and take a quick breather. There's some food available,
We
and
have set up a camp of sorts in the
Mm.
control area, for lack of a better phrase.
You see Lugdush kind of swings his feet off the end of the throne and says, "Camp? I like the sound of that. Your boy cooking?"
Probably.
once he's recovered, I'm sure he would be happy to. Or
All
I
right.
can whip something up also.
Well, if he's resting, I'll just get Ballo. I haven't. Has anybody
Yeah,
seen Ballo?
yeah, yeah. Well, we'll bring Ballo back.
Oh,
Ballo didn't make it.
well, we didn't see him, and we didn't find him anywhere else.
Well,
Is he outside?
no, he's in. We'll. I know where he is. I'll bring him to you.
I'll go get a member. Head off to the other room.
All right. You do find that that laser field is active again.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, well, I didn't get healed for nothing.
I'll wait on this side of the laser field, just in case you.
I'll be right back.
Best of luck.
I mean, can
We'll
you
see you in a
just
moment, Ember.
all the rat things? Maybe they will turn it down again.
You don't see any rat people around.
We'll see you in a moment, Ember.
Okay.
Um,
Hey, there we go.
there you go. Deftly maneuvering your way through. You
Now I
make
see the pattern.
That was beautiful.
Hey,
Incredible.
You know, for as big as he is, he kind of moves like a dancer.
I was
Thanks. I
thinking
was
it was more of the grace of sort of a majestic animal.
Like a gazelle.
Sure.
Making your way through, the spiders have not reset their razor blades. You're able to make your way through. The elemental entity bears you no attention as you retrieve Ballow's body.
Yep, and I will head back.
Okay. It'll be another deck save to make it through.
Tight. Even
Hell
better.
yeah. Even
I
better.
don't know how you managed to improve with a body in your arms, no less.
It's a pattern. It's you just
Does
gotta
it
learn the
require
pattern.
thought, or do you just instinct?
I think it's mostly instinct personally.
Fascinating.
Just know when to dip, dodge, dive.
Uh-huh.
All right. The Praetors and you all regather and rejoin in the chamber where your camp has been set up. Um, a couple of them come and like start knocking and banging on the the surface of the tiny hut, having never actually seen one before. They begin. They begin hitting it pretty hard to try to see like, can they break this thing?
Oh, he calls that the food druck, I think.
I'll walk out on the side that they're not smashing and just say, you're not. You should probably stop. Stop. It's really loud in there.
Oh, sorry. Gives it one more kick. Oh, okay, all right. I just wanted to need to make sure.
Wait, is Barnaby still here? It's been an hour, right?
I was gonna say actually, Barnaby. Around this time is when Barnaby kind of looks to you, Cal, and says, "Hey, buddy, we've been through a lot today, huh? Some crazy stuff."
As Barnaby is
Love-
currently the big spoon to my little spoon, I sort of, look back over my shoulder. It's been a long day, Barnaby.
Yeah, I killed a big spider guy. That felt good.
Oh,
Got
you killed
scratched.
that guy.
Yeah, you didn't see?
No, I was stuck in the wall.
I did it all for you, Cal.
Very kind. Well,
Hey, look, I'm about to discorporate or whatever. So, anything you
thank
want to
you
say to me?
thank you so much for your help, and I know what you're looking for, Barnaby, and unfortunately, no, I will be keeping my soul. I apologize. I know what a big get that would be for you, but keep trying, buddy.
He kind of like he sits up on his side a bit. He's like, "I spooned you and everything." As he fades.
Oh, tragic love story.
The Praetors offer, if everybody's resting, they offer to just do the sweep of the place, to make sure everything is like cleared out, everything in here is, as safe as can be.
Just if you see a laser grid, don't try to go through that. Just whatever's on the other side of that, we've handled.
They nod and in agreement, and your dad confirms the order for them. You get the sensation that your dad either outranks them or they just have respect for him. He
Probably
doesn't.
both.
He kind of naturally assumes control of this squad, but definitely defers to Lugdush as needed. Yeah, they'll go clear the thing. They report back after about an hour of that there appears to be no other dangers. There's some weird looking spider things in one of the rooms, but spiders are often good luck, so they just kind of let them do their thing. They seemingly didn't run into any of the razor wire or anything like that. They do note that in one of the chambers near the front, there's a lot of natural webbing in there. And there was this, there's this weird cocoon thing, but not to worry about it, that they already took care of it.
And which room is that exactly? Just
They kind of point, and you get the sensation that it's it's one of the rooms you've never been in. To the north, near the mouth of the creature.
Okay, did we roll for Barnaby?
I do not believe we have.
Hold on, I'm gonna go start playing. My heart will go on in case Barnaby goes away.
Did you, Cal, did you roll for Barnaby when you summoned him?
I did not.
Okay.
What do I need to roll for him? Is it a D100?
It's on the coin, yeah. What does the
Oh,
coin
amazing.
say?
100. It's a D100, and then like anything below It's like a 2 or something.
Where is that coin?
Yeah.
And it happens when it goes away because it dictates whether the coin disappears.
Okay. Once every dawn vanishes, has a 5% chance. So, was it? It's you can either roll what
5 or lower.
a D100 5 or lower, or even riskier a D20 and get a 1. Okay, the coin remains.
Nice. Barnaby for the win.
What is the likelihood that I would be able to, or we would be able to get a short rest in for those of us that have been hanging out here?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. And the time it takes to, sweep the thing and all that kind of stuff for it. Yeah. As they're talking about, like, hey, there's this webbed up, like, floating thing in that one room. One of the, you see one of the predators, skin is turned, like, blueberry blue. And he's like, yeah, yeah, I took care of it. This happened. How crazy, right?
Hold on. Don't go anywhere for a minute or 10. I will ritually cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay, cool. No poison, no disease.
Yo, that's crazy. It says Firm enjoys Zal's song of rest. Firm enjoys their own delicious food. I didn't even cook anything.
I didn't even cook anything.
It's currently 1d6, not 1d8.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What the fuck?
I only got 6.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, what is the food from?
I don't know. I have no
What
idea.
juice?
I have no
Whoa.
idea.
No
What the
flavor?
fuck? I'm not. Yeah, there's nothing on my end that shows that that's got to be behind the screen somewhere.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
so. I mean, I like the song
Monster
of
Dish?
rest, right?
Yeah, that's cool. It automatically queried
Is
that.
like, yeah, of course you would use your song of rest stuff,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, the delicious
It's an
food.
extra 2 for everyone.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
Once
don't.
you cast Featherfall. No, not that one. Monster Dish, maybe?
I don't know because your monster just gives temp HP. It doesn't
Yeah.
recover HP. Maybe it's thinking there's like a chef feat because there. I'd have to. I'll look at the settings. There's like it's like a short rest module.
Oh,
That
it might be doing chef.
yeah, it might be
Hold on,
thinking
let's the math.
chef, but it's so weird because like I haven't touched that module. I just said
It's not doing anything to the math of the. Well, hold on. No, it is. It's rolling. It's rolling. It's doing the chef feat. Because look at the where it says we did it. It's rolling a D8,
Yeah.
which is not my Song of Rest. And
Yeah,
I
it's
do think
distinctly
that's-
not the Song of Rest. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to roll one more hit die because I'm.
Because like I know I turned off like the
Yeah.
don't
It
consume like don't bother them about eating food and water,
It
right? 'Cause
only
I don't-
applied it once. It's only gonna apply it on the first one.
yeah, I'll look into it. I'll look in to see, what's happening.
My exhaustion does not go away on a short rest.
On a short rest does not go away.
Correct.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then I
So
will
I have
have
one
Spider Climb. Okay. Also, dang it. Well, this is a short rest, so we're just chilling here, right? Like everybody's came back and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Firm is like, hey, Ragnarok, can you help me with one more thing, please?
Sure.
I need to go grab that dude's body,
Whose?
Algazar.
Are you gonna cook him?
Haven't decided yet.
I'm having bold quandaries about this.
I just need somebody's help carrying it. He
At
like
what
looks to
point,
the.
theoretically, is a guy a guy?
He
Or
he
not
looks
a
at the
guy.
Praetors
Oh,
and he's like,
boy.
"Can one of you help me as well? I think I got cut in two."
You want to move the body? Sure.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I
Just
want
gotta
to
bring
eat a
it back
guy.
here.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Hey, look, you stay where you are. You get some rest, okay? All right, we'll take care of it.
Okay, thank you.
The knoll
but-
felt like less of a guy than that thing felt like a guy, and I don't know if I want to eat a guy.
They shortly after bring back dragging the body of Algazar. Algazar is classified as a monstrosity. You can eat him.
I don't think any of our characters have any way of having context for how a Drider comes into being.
Firm will step
I
out of
think
the
we all.
bubble.
It's got a human face though.
It's got a
It
it's
definitely
got
has a human
real-
torso.
Even if I
with,
did, I'm not sure that would make it any easier because
Like the knoll's all big and bestial, and that's maybe just us being racist, but like I
Well,
feel like
we saw the gnolls being born. They come from
Yeah.
hyenas,
true.
and if it is the case that these Driders come from the same way that Driders do elsewhere, they were dudes at one
Hey,
point.
maybe they
Like,
came from spiders. You don't know.
we don't
We
know,
can hope.
but the gnolls didn't have human faces; they had hyena faces.
Look,
there is
Cal,
also another Drider corpse in this room as well.
Cal
the first Drider
will
corpse.
absolutely refuse to eat any Drider meat and declare how absolutely disgusting that is. Also, 100%, Cal will not question any food that's put on a plate in front of him. So,
If anybody decides to watch, Firm is casting levitate onto the body so he can take it up, right? And then he's gonna summon pull out his knives and just for flair, using his knives, he's going to start dissecting the legs off, like clean, like when you're cutting off a chicken wing from the hinges, and then he's gonna start removing like the metal pieces and whatnot and such like that. And this is all happening on that table spot that he set up over to the side.
Sure, yeah. Hell yeah. From you go about meal prep. One of the Praetors says to you, the blue skin says, "Hey, there's like more spider bodies, at least two other ones, if you want some of them."
Yeah, sure. Bring him over here.
Yeah, they bring you the two Ettercap corpses, which are like full spider
God.
people. Yeah,
Yes.
these
Can we
boys.
Can we stick to the spider parts at least, and not the? It's probably like crab, right?
You can be the
Oh,
one who determines
God.
that. I think I'm all right.
It's just wishful thinking. This thing just looks like a big frog. I don't even know what to make of this.
Number one, as a Marylander, how dare you?
Sorry,
yeah.
I think it looks more like a
Number two,
lobster.
no, that definitely does not look like a crab at all. That looks more like a tick.
That's exactly
It
it. They
has more
look
of a
like
tick thing.
ticks.
Yeah, they're more tick-like. Yeah.
I mean, I was referring to the spider legs.
Oh, from the dry. Ugh. That's all you, buddy.
I will say, just for your for your feature, the Drider, because you could make meals. You have like 4 targets to make meals from, right?
Yes.
If you want the most of the meal, then the Driders are definitely gonna be it. Either Drider will get you the same result.
Yes. 1 second.
But it sounded like you were cooking up Algazar, so I just wanted to like clarify, for your
Cooking up Aldrazar.
cooking up Algazar. Algazar had 10 hit dice. Is that all? Is that all the info you needed for your feature?
I think so.
He had no special resistances or anything. Oh, it's CR rating. CR rating. They were CR 6.
Okay.
So you get 1d6 for creature. Oh, d6 equal to creature's rating. So the temp HP is 66 when it becomes rolled.
Oh, this is perfect. Okay. This is probably gonna be very wild for you guys, but it's fine. So basically, the body and the main meat substances are the first picture. Like that's what it all gets turned into. But all the appendages and everything basically just turn out to be like fingered tater tots. But they look like deep
it.
fried tater tots.
I'm gonna go lay down.
Yeah. Good night,
This is a
everybody.
very like he's like this is when he's just like, look,
You made
what is a loving more
Wait,
each?
why not?
Who is
you
that?
made spider tater tots. Just to be clear,
Spider tots.
you made spider tater tots.
Yes.
The
Yes, he did.
consistency has got to be fucking wretched of those tater tots. It's gonna be tough.
That's
I don't know how you
debatable.
cook spider meat to make tater tot consistency
People cook up spiders, you know, and
into
Oh,
tater
really?
tots.
Well, I don't know about that, but
I haven't seen that on Pinterest.
Okay.
While we're
Hey,
Nice.
go ahead.
while we're taking this short rest, I'd like to ask Ragnarok if I could see the liquid sword.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. I just want to see if this works. And we have some of these spidery corpses and ettercaps and shit. I'm gonna try to activate the sword. I'll turn it into a rapier so I'm proficient with it.
Okay.
Um,
Roll a d20.
Yeah,
Don't you break it.
I swear to God.
It's my special new sword. Oh, hey.
Oh,
This is a lucky
Okay.
sword.
Continues working.
Okay. All right. All right. While it is activated, I am going to put my do I have this one? I have to check if I've got this one. Uh, Sorry, just checking the thing. This class is so fucking messy. I'm sorry. Okay. I think I have another. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find exactly what I'm looking for.
No, you're
This
fine.
is
Do you know, like, do you have an idea of what it's supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to recall. Okay, yeah, okay, we are at 7th level. Okay, so I do have another one. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see, like, with the sword in hand, I'll charge it, and instead of like emanating light, just some white electricity begins arcing down the hilt and across its surface. And I'm going to try like using it, just like plunging it into one of these corpses to kind of like test whether or not, when utilizing this weapon, the rights, the right of the storm, the right of the flame, the right of the dawn that I have, um, also take effect, and are like maxed out. Like how nasty does this get?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Um, let's let's see here. um Only the weapon damage dice is maximized. Your other
Okay.
dice will add as normal.
Mhm.
But they don't get maximized as well. So it's just the weapon damage.
All right.
So
That is
the
very good to know.
Yeah, so the rapier hits an 8 when it hits. Of course, if anything, like, I mean, you realize like it'll channel the elemental stuff. I don't think any of it cares if it's a corpse currently.
No, just like this was just like a in-game test to see how the mechanics of it would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the piercer feat, it would be another 8, but I would have to still roll all the hemocraft die.
You have to roll the hemocraft die. Your piercer.
Piercer gives me 1 additional
Fiend.
weapon die of damage.
Sure.
One additional.
Conceivably.
When you score a critical hit, it'll
Yeah.
give one
Yes.
additional.
Yes. I was thinking that in my head. I don't remember if I said critical hit out loud,
Yeah.
but like in that event.
One additional damage die for it. Yeah, I guess I'd allow it because it's only on crits, and that just
Mhm.
makes like the crits big, which is not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
granted that the item has a 5% chance of breaking, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that goes either way, depending, because I know some things it wouldn't add on to it, right? The way that we're
Mhm.
doing it, but yeah, I don't. It's only on it because it's so situational, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he'll swing the sword as the electricity like bounces out of the steel, and then pass it back to you, Ragnarok.
that was pretty cool.
Like, I have extensive training.
It shows.
I'm just old and tired.
Nice.
Hey, Ragnarok.
hmm
I'm really sorry I yelled at you. I said horrible things.
You should know that not everyone I care about is dead. There's at
I
least
shouldn't
5
have
other
even
people in
said
this
that.
room.
It was awful.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I forgive you.
I have a hug.
Yes. Uh-oh. Oh.
Double check.
Okay.
God,
Your
those 10 hit points are tasty, but I don't know if I'm gonna eat this.
yeah, you do have to eat of
There are
the
some
dish.
monsters that it's like not a big deal, but there are a lot of monsters we've come across so far that it feels like a really big deal.
Yeah. Well, it
Although,
if it makes it
like-
easier for some, Firm can only make 3 of these dishes.
That's what I was looking for. Enough. Oh, for the intelligence
3 little
modifier.
nuggets
Your
Yeah.
intelligence
of,
modifiers, so it's
spider tots.
it's funny too, because like he is an animal before. They eat other animals.
yeah.
So, I just
Spider tots is gonna stick with me. That phrase is it's gonna linger. I'm gonna be at work and I'm gonna look down at them, and I'm gonna be like, apropos of nothing, I'm gonna be like, spider tots.
Spider tots.
No, I can't do anything with that thought. That just happens, and then okay.
You guys
The
want to
most
see a GIF that
commonly-
comes up when you look up spider tots?
Yeah, I'm like looking up spider tots. Tater tots.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Nobody has made spider tater tots, it looks like.
Thank
Well,
God.
hold
Well,
Hold on. Nope, that's just a wreath. Never mind.
Is this
Oh,
a brand new
gross.
sentence? Spider tater tots?
Yeah, I'm like spider tater
Alright.
tots. Yeah, nobody really has. There's like cutesy looking
Little Halloween
spider
things.
cookies and stuff like that, but
Yeah. That's
nothing
what I
that
was
looks
looking at.
nothing looks scary. There's nothing scary out there for it.
Wait, found one. Got you.
Or hairy.
I wish I would have found this earlier. This would have been what I made.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh my god, I can't look at that one directly. God.
I like
It's
that.
a
Okay,
bacon
we're just
spider.
gonna go to a different New Dawn channel just so I
That's
don't have
like
to look at that.
an interesting way to get salmonella.
I thought they
Ugh.
were deviled eggs, but they look
No.
like bagel bites.
I think it might
They
be
are
pats of
bagel
butter.
bites.
No, those are deviled eggs.
Are
Oh,
they
I'm
deviled
Certainly
eggs?
not.
Awful.
I've
They
long
look like
seen
bagel bites. Yeah, for sure.
Those are bagel bites. My
What?
brother. Those are those are bagel bites for eyes.
Oh, they look
They
entirely.
are.
But
I found the image, but bigger.
Look,
But
I know a
that's
bagel bite
butt.
when I see one. Okay,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
not
bagel bite
eyes.
problems.
That's the thorax.
Is
That's
I thought that was no. That's the
Oh,
eyes because the legs are on the back
Yeah.
half.
Yeah, those are eggs.
That's
Yeah, I thought
Hmm.
it was like, oh, gross.
I don't know what's going on with it.
I could spot a bagel
What
bite.
horrifying.
what a wonderful nap! And oh, look, a post-nap snack. Thank you, Firm. Very nice. Oh, delicious. And
he-
how innovative! You've somehow managed to include the floss right in the snack. It's very handy
Oh,
that way. Thank you.
Christ.
As like a
No,
surprise
Adam,
thing that like Firm thought was gonna be great, right? He pulls out these little pudding cups that he made on the side.
Made out of what?
You don't need to know.
Cal doesn't care. He goes right in with his fingers.
Pudding? What did you render? What
You
is
don't
this?
need to.
Spider
that-
bone?
Is that 13 temp HP?
It's
Yes, it
13
is.
temp inch feet, baby.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh
The
yeah.
best nutritional pudding ever. Made of Ettercap mandibles.
Oh,
Oh no.
Firm looks to the Praetors. He's like, "Do you guys want you want me to make you something like that, or do you want something different?"
You guys want a doggy bag? We got leftovers.
you see, they're after watching you prepare everything, they're like, "Nah, we're good."
Okay, and then just because Firm feels like not everybody got to eat, he then decides to use create food and water. Bitch, I know it doesn't have available usage. And this here, while you guys commence about the fucking spider tots, Firm is gonna be off to his side doing something else real quick.
Incredible.
Here he is pulling out.
I love the idea that it's look. This isn't as nutritious as what I just made, but here's some other snacks for you guys.
It is a doggy bag of horrors.
And then he makes like a giant pot for this for everybody.
Big old pasta.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this hardtack. It's fine. It's really good.
You're a baker.
Yeah, well, no matter how well you bake hardtack, it's still hardtack.
You could probably dip it in some of the pudding.
I can dip it in this ale skin I've got right here.
Your dad, who is like wolfing down this meatball dish, having not eaten for several days. He like his head like perks up when you say ale skin. He goes, "You have ale?"
As Cal licks the last of the pudding off of his fingers, he looks around. What? Why is everyone looking at me like that?
How did it taste?
Speaking of that, who ate the other two of those dishes?
It sounds like they're
I don't
still
think
sitting
anyone
there.
has.
Right.
Yep.
Firmly.
Go on, Firm.
Li-
Both
little,
of them?
No, he'll eat one of them. I did not phrase that correctly.
It's a little
is
spicy,
that?
but not bad.
You're right. You know what? I gotta adjust the spice levels on those. It's really
Going to need to
tricky
take
even
off
trying
my
to.
mask for this. Takes off the full mask. Just holds there. Just give it to me now.
Wait, how are you adding the blue
I've
bar? How do
eaten
I
worse
do that?
things.
And under your HP,
It's very small, but there's a little part to the left that says temp, and if you put the 13 in there, it'll add that blue bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was just a little like, hey, this is where your temp goes on the left side of the 50 whatever.
You mean your temperature?
No, like I thought it was temp, and then it had like the plus the max. And I thought that was like a description for the numbers
Yeah.
right above it. And I was
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
changing
yeah.
the left side. It's not working.
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. A short rest. Had a meal shared. The war slug of Aldrazar, no more, is secured. The slug of the 5th season. We have yet to see what fate has in store and what decisions you make for it and yourselves. And we'll find that out next time we play.
Not to go